is Smythe, host of the Team Podcast. We love sports just like you.
Welcome to the Team Podcast, episode 057. My name is Nash, host of the Team Podcast. And with me from the Horseplay Podcast, Wells.
What's up?
And on the ones and twos, we got the great DJ Smythe.
What's up? I even copied this up.
It's not even copying, it's yours now. Like, I think Wells is trying to figure out something. It's yours now. Like, Wells will figure something else out. Anyway, what's going on, guys?
What's up?
What is going on, guys? We're starting a little late. I got trapped at work.
They don't
We're letting behind the curtain. We're letting them behind the curtain.
We're right on time.
Yeah.
And predicting the future. We could have predicted the end of,
Yeah, I like letting people behind the curtain say what's going on.
I got a question.
Shoot.
When is it too late to have your Christmas decorations up?
February 28th.
When is the cutoff time where you're like, okay, now I'll take them down, or no, I'm just gonna leave them up?
Rule in my house, January 2nd, it all comes down. Or that first week of January, it all comes down.
We're talking inside or outside?
I'm talking. You still have your Christmas lights up.
It's gonna get to June. He's like, well, I made it this far. Might as well just keep it going for
Might
this.
as well let it run.
You still have your Christmas lights up, Smythe.
Yeah, I look at them sometimes. I just go inside. I just look, oh my God.
This is true.
There's a neighbor across the street that still has his up. When his come down, then I know okay,
it's,
I'm the last.
it's like a pissing
Yeah,
contest.
yeah. Lighting up the street.
Whoever blinks first.
Yeah.
Any exciting stories from the week, you guys? You guys got? My week's been like a blur. I've just been working overtime a lot, so.
Been crazy.
Oh,
Work's been
after
killing
having
me.
like 8 days off in a row.
I know.
I had Tuesday year-end awards for work, so we went out. I got a hotel.
You got where was it? Downtown?
Literally down the street.
And you got a hotel?
Gerard and Young, I want to say.
Why'd you get a hotel?
Because that's how I was just like.
Wow.
I picked up my couple buddies from the go in the morning. We went to the hotel, and I was like, you know what? I'm just gonna stay here because we're gonna get.
Were you having soda pops? Is that what it was?
I drank from 10 a.m. to 3.
Oh, okay. Well, actually, no, it doesn't excuse because you
I
could just
still
get an
couldn't
Uber.
get home. I still
You could
couldn't
get
get home.
you could get an Uber for cheaper.
But I couldn't make it home. That's how and I spent all day Wednesday just recovering.
I mean, you couldn't make it home, but you can make it home you can make it to the hotel.
I was at the hotel. We stayed at the hotel. So
That's where the awards were.
Yeah, we ate dinner. No, the dinner was someone else, and then it was done by 3. We went for a few drinks at one of the buddies' place, and then we came back by the hotel. Went to Scatterbush for dinner. And the place to Duke right beside there.
Yeah.
We went there drinking thereafter.
Scatterbush.
AKA
When's the last time you ate
the
there?
new
Wells?
Fazoolis.
When was the last time you ate there?
I've never eaten that Scatterbush.
Really? Wow. I can't remember last time. We had a couple buddies that worked at Fazoolis, and ever since then, I was like, okay, you guys are gone, I'm gone too. Thanks.
We're done with that.
What awards did you win?
I won nothing. But the reason why I didn't win anything is because I changed jobs middle of the year, and you have to do the job for 12 months to qualify.
Yeah. So
okay.
what were you doing there?
I was watching other people. I was helping my teammates.
Support.
Yeah, I was being a good coworker.
He was a Glenn Close of
He wasn't nominated for anything.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, I didn't get any nominations.
Just showing up.
I wasn't there. But it was well known that if I had been working...
Oh, okay. Oh, yeah.
I'm just saying.
It's well known. I would have took every award.
Taking them all home.
I got a question for you, Wells. Because I don't think we're gonna get to it in this pod. What gets a bigger crowd? Blue Jays opening day, or Vladdy Guerrero Jr.'s first debut in Toronto? What gets a bigger crowd, do you think?
Probably opening day.
Really? Opening day hasn't been sold out there yet.
No, I know, it's weird.
Yeah.
But it will.
It will?
It'll
Yeah, probably will.
It'll end up. Well, people tickets are bought at last minute all the time in baseball.
Yeah,
right?
probably. I've never actually been.
To what? Baseball?
No, opening day.
Oh, go this year.
Never
You're
gone.
gonna get in this year for probably $40.
Maybe. Well, probably when it comes closer, it's gonna be a little bit more crazier.
Yeah.
Yeah, you don't think the Vladdy's debut is gonna? Yeah, it's probably gonna be around April, first week of April, around there, sometime in April.
I don't know. It depends on when they call him up.
Yeah.
I would say in the April 20 something range.
Yeah.
A couple days after, they can't
The
call
drop
it.
dead
Can't be
days.
the next
Can't be
day.
so obvious.
It's got to be like a few days after.
The only caveat to that is the Leafs and the Raptors will be, either gearing up for the playoffs or in the playoffs type thing. So that
It'll be
might
in the
affect
But
it.
the Jays would rather him debut at the quietest time. Like, so playoffs are in full swing, and you just quietly
I
slide
don't
him
know
in.
because there's like a date. I think it's like the actual day is like April 12th, and
Yeah.
it's like a Saturday, or like 13th is a Saturday.
Mhm.
So if you go by whoever has home ice advantage or home court advantage, Raptors will obviously have home court. They'll have like a Saturday day game. The Leafs could possibly have a Saturday night game.
Yeah.
And then the Jays could be playing that weekend, right?
Oh, yes.
So, I mean, that could be crazy.
I don't think they want it to be crazy because there's already the
Why?
MLB
Why?
is
It's gonna
already
happen,
like
it's gonna happen.
yeah, MLB is already like watching the situation.
I don't think
close.
it'll be that weekend. I think that week he'll be called up, but they'll be on the road. They always like to put their rookies on the road and like
Yeah.
their
get them
debut.
comfortable.
Yeah, just get them used. And then when he comes home, I'm sure it'll be a big crowd, but it won't be a sellout. No shot.
Any recommends or warrants from you guys?
Oh, I gotta recommend.
You got what?
Recommend, and it's
Oh,
a
right.
movie, so that's.
Everybody listen.
So I told Wells, and Wells was like, "Yeah, whatever."
I think everyone else is like, yeah, whatever.
Julia Roberts, Ben is back. Fantastic
I saw a trailer to this.
film.
Is that the full title?
Yeah.
Julia Roberts says Ben is back.
Well, she's the person in it, and
Oh.
Ben is back, and it is fantastic.
I saw a trailer for this a couple months ago.
Yep.
It didn't interest me at all. But you're saying it's good?
It's fantastic. It's not a superhero movie, so
Is it directed by Michael Bay?
no.
What does a superhero movie have to do with anything?
I don't know. It's not, I don't, if that's what I'm into. I'm saying it's actually a great like film. It's a great take on a very serious situation.
It's drug
And-
abuse. It's drug abuse.
Yeah,
I remember the trailer.
It's a very well done. I recommend everyone watch it. Good movie.
Where'd you get it? Where'd you watch it? Is that Netflix?
No,
No?
The Box.
Oh, okay.
The Box.
You got it. All right. That's it? That's your recommendation?
Yeah.
I might watch it, maybe.
I want
But then again, I can't remember the last time I enjoyed a Julia Roberts movie. Ever.
Oceans?
Oh, probably.
There you go. Did you watch Ocean's 8?
I'm sure she has good movies. I don't know. Julia Roberts is off my radar. Any recommendations for warrants from you, Wells?
I have one recommend.
Shoot. Guy.
Fortnite is back.
Boy, you can't do that. We
Fortnite-
just changed game.
Fortnite Season 8 dropped today, and they've changed the game again. It's still the best. Battle Royale.
How'd they change it this time?
You still have
I
airplanes?
just, no, they got rid of the airplanes this season. They brought in cannonballs. You can like launch yourself in a cannon.
Oh, yeah.
Get shot.
That sounds so cool.
They just changed the whole map. It's now like 4 seasons. Each corner is like a different season. Like,
Wow.
yeah, it's still the best, man. For free.
Do you still build stuff?
Yeah.
It's hilarious. It's like, oh, you guys like Apex, eh? Boom. There you go. Let me drop this on your head top.
I think Apex is great. People are saying it's going to kill Fortnite, but I think it's just great. It's going to create competition for them, right? So
That's what I think. Because Apex right now is going to get stale unless they do something.
Yeah.
And the next thing
well,
do,
they got to keep improving it just like they do with Fortnite, right?
yeah, but Fortnite's really good at completely switching it up, and everyone loves it,
yeah,
right?
it's easy.
Apex doesn't know if they can do that yet.
I mean, you don't have to choose one or the other, right? You can like both. You can.
Oh, they're
play
both free. Why would
Yeah.
you pick one? Why would you
no
pick
point
one?
in you
I'm
not
just
playing.
saying. I'm just saying. Like, no matter what, I'm always going to go back to Fortnite.
Yeah.
So
It's my first love.
Fortnite Season 8 just dropped today. It's fun. It's good. I played a little bit before I got here, so I recommend getting back into Fortnite.
Nice.
No warrants.
No negativity, guys.
All love. All right, I got all the negativity on this side
No negativity.
because I have no recommends.
Whoa! Wow.
No recommends, but it's crazy because I watch a lot of movies. But anyway, my 2 warns. One, they're coming out with a Breaking Bad movie. So this is basically going to follow Aaron. I can't remember the actor's name. Anyway, whatever. The sidekick there. It is basically going to follow him after what happened
Right.
and just show you what happened. I don't like this. This is awful.
Why?
This is the equivalent of having an Inception movie and showing us if the top fell or not.
Is it?
Yes.
Was there a
The-
cliffhanger to that Breaking
Yeah,
Bad?
because he drove away with this laugh that you knew, like he was laughing as he drove away, and you knew he's messed up for life. You knew that.
Well, yeah, obviously.
He's messed up for life, and it's great that you let your imagination take over. You get to, this is what happened to this guy in your head. Now, can you name one TV show that came out with a movie after that was successful?
Entourage.
I was gonna say Entourage.
Entourage movie? You liked the Entourage movie?
It was good.
No, it was not.
It was a long episode.
It was the same thing as Entourage.
It was a long episode.
And Entourage was kind of crap after at the end.
Yeah, but it's like
Sex and the City movies, those were horrible.
I mean, it is what it is, right?
Yeah.
Like, if you like those shows and those characters,
You're gonna watch the movie.
Yeah, exactly.
And everybody liked the
I don't
show.
know.
It's a blockbuster.
I was
movie.
entertained by Entourage, the movie. Yeah, like,
Were you?
was it good? But like,
Yeah.
it was entertaining. It was fun to pick up with the guys again.
It was
Right?
a long episode. That's all.
Because to me, Entourage just fell off in the last 2 seasons.
I don't know. I liked it.
But whatever.
I feel like I binge watched it though.
I don't know. It's one of these things I'm like, why? I know why. Money.
Like,
That's the reason. Money.
You can't ask why they make movies that everyone's gonna want to watch. Like everyone's gonna want to see what happens after. Everybody. Are you not gonna watch it?
No.
All right.
No. I didn't watch Sex and the City movies. I didn't watch the Entourage movie. I did watch the Entourage movie. It wasn't good.
I didn't watch Sex in the City, so
You don't have to. They weren't good. My second warn. So, if you're catching up with all the gossip magazines and whatnot, Tristan Thompson got caught cheating on Khloe Kardashian again. This guy.
Shocking.
Now, who he got caught cheating on was Khloe's sister Kylie's best friend.
yikes.
Jordan something or other. Who cares? My warn is, so Jordan, she was modeling for Khloe's clothing line and living in Kylie's house. So her meal ticket was set, taken care of, and she flushed it down the toilet for Tristan Thompson.
What's wrong with Tristan Thompson?
He rich?
Do you think they're gonna be together?
Nope.
My warn is, people, just be smart about what you gotta do.
Don't do it.
Just be smart. You could have said to yourself, Tristan Thompson's attractive. I'm going to find someone just like him to have sex with.
Women do that.
Nope, I'm going to go have sex with him to ruin my meal ticket.
That's unfortunate.
Power of sex, man.
I know. I'm going to go have sex with him to destroy my career.
Maybe she's like, I have love. I don't need a career.
And so, just to follow up, I'm assuming that Tristan Thompson's still with what's her?
Well,
name?
apparently they're broken up now.
Yeah,
Oh,
sure,
yeah.
sure.
Just like last
sure,
time.
they
Yeah.
are. Yeah.
Well, that goes to show. Even if they do get back together, what do you think is going to happen to Jordan? She's going to be the one on the outside.
You see how it works.
Yep.
Yeah, maybe she got like $1 million.
She's been getting millions of dollars because of this whole thing.
Oh, well. She
So-
doesn't, she doesn't need the
sounds
money
like a
then.
plan.
Yeah, she doesn't need the money anymore.
Sounds like her plan worked.
She just wants the boyfriend.
So anyway, my whole thing is just be smart, kids.
Didn't you just say Travis Scott has got caught?
Yeah.
Cheating
I
on the
read
other one?
something before we came on.
What?
Travis Scott got caught cheating on Kylie Jenner, and he canceled the concert show because of it.
Man, everyone's just shooting.
They're just having fun, having a great
Just
time.
having fun over there.
Kanye's at home just...
Kanye's like, I'm the loyal guy.
Yeah. He raps about cheating. Doesn't
Yeah.
really care.
That's how he does it.
Yeah,
He doesn't
yeah.
actually cheat. He just
Doesn't-
raps
doesn't
about it.
rap.
His wife's like, that's okay, honey. As long as you rap about it, it's all right. It's not, just don't do it or I'll cut you off.
Yeah, rap all you want. Rap all you want.
Yeah, there's having a gay old time over there.
Not so much gay.
Oh well,
It'd have to be a gay old time.
gay means happy.
Yeah.
Yeah, in like the 50s, bud. Flintstones. They had a gay old time.
We'll have a gay
Yeah.
old time.
Oh, yeah.
Wilma.
Yeah.
All right. You guys want to go on transition to some sports?
Sports.
So obviously, big story out today. I love how these baseball players I think they plan it. They say a team podcast has to have some content, so they plan it.
Did they go on Thursdays? I'm gonna sign.
We're gonna have to sign on a Thursday just to give the team
Make
podcast
sure
some
this
content.
happens here.
So Bryce Harper signs with the Philadelphia Phillies. $330 million over 13 years.
Remember how we talked about how these long-term deals don't work out? This guy signed a 13-year deal.
This is interesting, guys. This is really, really interesting.
My favorite.
I mean, there's a no trade clause, and there's no opt out.
My God.
And there's no options, nothing. This is a straight 13 years of Bryce Harper.
You play here till you're done.
Yeah, that's it. This is his like end of.
So this is literally that's it.
He's guaranteed $330 million. There's
Yeah.
nothing you can do about it. He is guaranteed that money over the next 13 years.
It's gonna take him till
39.
39. Jeez.
The 39 deal.
I don't understand. Well, I guess baseball makes so much money. They don't care.
No. And they're like, we need a guy. I get it.
Not for that price.
Well, it's not that much.
I mean, his annual average salary is not going to
25.
be
25.32 or something.
But it's
like
like broken down in tiers.
that. Oh,
Right.
okay.
So
the
next
first
year, so this year he's getting paid $10 million salary, but he's getting $20 million in signing bonus.
Right.
So he's getting $30 million this year. And then I believe it's from 2020 till 2028. It's $26 million a year. And then the final 3 are $22 million a year.
Oh man.
Wow. Remember that season of 39?
Why so long though? Why did it take so long to sign it? Because apparently this was there from day one.
I don't know, man. I don't know.
Then you heard things about the Giants. And you heard things
I
about
heard-
the Dodgers.
It's not the best deal.
You know,
That's why.
Stuff's
No,
leaking
apparently
out.
this deal was there day one.
Yeah, if you're Bryce Harper, would you want to sign this deal?
He did.
I know eventually, but like, do you want this deal? 13-year contract.
Yes,
You're making sub 30 mil every year. Machado's making 30 million a year.
but less years.
Yeah, I think this was more of
He has more money.
guaranteed. Like, he doesn't have to worry about free agency ever again.
No, but year 12 and
Essentially.
year 13.
In 13 years, Harper will make more money than Machado. So after Machado's done, he's not going to get this kind of money. Machado's not going to get $30 million.
But if Machado after 10 years signs a 2-year at
Yeah,
50
but he'll
mil,
be
it's the same money.
He'll be 36.
Yeah.
He'll be 36. He's not going to get that. No, it won't be the same money. Because
Yeah, it
after Machado's done, those 10 years, and he signs another contract at, whatever, 15 mil, Harper's still getting 25 million a year.
Yeah, but he's already has 300 million though. The dollars are 300 million and 330, right? So after these 10 years, Machado signs $30 million 2 years to make the same.
Yeah.
Is it possible? I don't know. Who's Machado gonna get 36, right? But we watched what's his name just got paid. What's his name? The J. Come on.
What?
The Blue Jay. The Blue Jay. Come on. The third baseman for the Jays.
Donaldson?
Yeah, he's old.
Doesn't play for them anymore.
No, but he's old and he got money
He's
though.
33.
What do you get?
It's not old. He got $23 million
Yeah,
for
man,
1
it's-
year.
Hey,
Or,
man.
yeah, it's only a year.
Anyways, you guys are talking about stuff that's happening in 10 years. Like, we care. I'm just surprised that Bryce Harper has this much faith in humanity the last 13 years to get paid.
I'm surprised the Padres, they have Padres. The Phillies have this much faith he's going to I don't understand why baseball does this.
They know it's a bad deal, but you get his best years. And then there's a time where you're paying
That's
a lot of
basically
money.
it, isn't it?
Yeah.
That's basically it.
Yeah.
They know it's a bad deal. In 6 years, they're going to be like, damn it.
No.
But, like, what makes it bad right now?
Nothing. That's exactly what Smythe said. They're going to get his good years.
Yeah.
But it's going to end up like a Pujols
Yeah,
situation.
you got to pay for his bad years at the end.
Well, they paid for Pujols. They didn't really pay for any good years for Pujols.
See,
Yeah.
That guy
this is
signed
also
it when
true.
he was 32.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
also true.
You know, this guy's signing it when he's 26. He's still got at least 5 more probably solid seasons.
Yep.
The thing about Harper, though, is he's had one amazing season, one really good season, and the rest have been okay. So, I mean, you're hoping for...
You're paying for the bat, right? Like, defensively, he's okay.
Yeah. He's okay.
you're almost-
And his bat's okay, but now he's going to be in a really good lineup.
Yeah. You're almost paying for, like, the face.
Well, there's that,
That
too,
too.
right?
That's
right. Like,
You know, that game, this game's going to be sold out. I mean, let's not forget they also traded for the best catcher in baseball, Rio Muto. And then they also have, like, guys like Hoskins and Franco and
do you
Hernandez.
think
their
they're
lineup's
going,
stacked?
Do you think they're going to win now?
That division is stacked now.
Yeah.
4 teams all going for it.
Yeah.
And do I think they're going to win now? I don't know. Like, every team in that division except for the Marlins is, like,
And so
is going for it.
for me, winning, there's 30 teams in the league. If you get to the championship series, and even if you lose, but you have a good showing, that's a winning season for me. The World Series, only one team can win it. Usually some team gets, right? It's not going to do it every year. But are they in that conversation like the Dodgers every year? They play in the championship series over and over
They're
and over
geared
again.
for it.
Okay.
Well, I mean, we're going to be maybe doing our baseball preview soon. We got
Yeah, coming up pretty
4
soon.
weeks exactly until the home opener.
We're never doing a baseball preview.
I don't know why you're whispering that.
Oh, is that division stacked, really? You got Washington.
What's that?
You got that division?
Stacked, yeah. Everyone except for Washington has the best rotation in that division.
Yeah,
right.
You got Washington.
Yeah, and then
Are the Braves-
Atlanta. Yeah,
Are they that good?
Well, they
In
were in
the
the
playoffs
playoffs
last
last
year.
year. And
I know, but they're probably
they got Donaldson.
Yeah.
They're gonna have Acuna, who's gonna have a full season there. Plus, their rotation is a little suspect, and they need help with their bullpen. But like their lineups, you know,
They got
almost
there
as
last
good.
year.
No,
we didn't
yeah,
expect
Philly's good. Like, I'm not disputing that. I'm just
the rest of it.
No,
Yeah,
like
division.
everyone there could win that
Yeah.
division except for the Marlins. I think I wouldn't be surprised if
And
any
the
other
Mets?
team won.
too.
The Mets, they went and got Cano. They got their closer
I forgot
Diaz.
Cano. Yeah,
they got
yeah,
Jed
okay.
Lowry, and they still have Syndergaard and Degrom. Like, and then they have Wheeler and they have Mats in the rotation. Like, this is gonna be a grindhouse playing that division, man. Those guys are gonna beat up on each other. It's gonna be fun to watch. The NL East is the premier division this year.
In baseball?
Yep.
Nice.
No, West.
No, West not anymore. Not after the Diamondbacks got rid of everyone.
Yeah, Diamondbacks kind of fell off. I still got Colorado. And
That's two teams.
Yeah.
Padres aren't. We said they might be there. They might not be there. But
Yeah,
they're
I don't
not
think they're
like
gonna be there.
like I'm talking about these guys.
Yeah, okay, you're right. No, you're right. You're right.
The Central too. NL Central's pretty good, especially with the Reds doing all their moves.
All right.
And the Brewers
That's gonna be
with the
interesting.
NLCS last year.
I feel like this is the baseball preview.
Pardon me?
Well, it's not our fault. I can't believe we've let off baseball two times in a row
2 episodes in a row.
with everything going on in the other leagues.
Well, last week Machado signed.
Yeah.
And this week Harper.
And you guys aren't talking about the biggest signing of the day yet.
We're getting there.
The Jays got Clay Buchholz.
Is that what I thought you were talking about, Nolan?
That was yesterday. The Jays signed Clay Buchholz.
You want to talk about it?
no.
Instant analysis. Clay Buchholz had a really good year last year for the Diamondbacks, and him showing up on the Jays rotation is gonna, like I said about Fortnite, it's gonna push competition for everyone to do better, right? Because there's no way he's not gonna be in the starting rotation. So then you have to look at someone like Baraki or Richard, who's like on the way out, but they got to compete. We'll see what happens, man. I think it was a great signing,
Alrighty.
even if he tanks.
Which most likely.
Yeah, I'm not really too concerned.
I can tell you guys are really jazzed about it.
No, not at all. Want to move on to some NHL trade deadline. So that went on Monday. Yeah,
Sure did.
passed on Monday.
Sure did.
Probably the biggest signing. Oh, my voice is
mean
cracked.
trade?
Trade and sign.
Trade. Sorry, I just went to trade and signing.
Biggest signing?
Yeah, my voice is cracked right there. So Mark Stone got traded from Ottawa to Vegas and signed a deal instantly.
Yeah.
8 years with a 8-year deal with a 9.5 cap hit.
9.5 hit.
In like within a matter of minutes, that deal was signed. He's like, "Get me out of Ottawa. I'm in Vegas."
And apparently Ottawa offered him 10.
Yeah, but it's Ottawa.
Yeah.
You know
Vegas gets in their 2 years, they get players.
what? Oh, they know what they're doing. They have so much. Remember that time when they came in the league and everyone was giving them picks, so they didn't take
Oh yeah,
their
they got so many
players?
picks. Yeah, they got so many picks to trade around.
Now they're just throwing all those away. Here, we'll give you give you back your picks and
Vegas.
stuff.
And they still have like
And they still have a lot.
they still have a lot of picks in this
At
draft.
least they're set. They did it right. Seattle's not going to get this chance.
No, everyone's gonna be like, "Oh, you're not screwed."
Yeah.
No, you can take the players. You're not getting your picks.
Exactly. Yeah, we'll find new players. We'll use our draft picks properly. But like, when the playoffs start, they're in the conversation now.
There wasn't a conversation.
I don't before
Yeah, they're
they were tough out. Now it's like, how good is Nashville really? How good are the Jets?
Yeah, defensively, Nashville's kind of fell off.
If these guys go right back to the Stanley Cup final, this is the trade that did it.
Yeah, the West isn't that. Yeah, the West isn't as bulletproof as it seemed to be when it coming into it. And earlier in the week, they also got rid of Matt Duchene, went to the Blue Jackets.
and Zingle
Sorry?
and Zingle. As
Oh,
well.
sorry. Yeah. And
Two separate deals from the same teams, but
so the Blue Jackets also keep Panarin and Bobrovsky. They don't get rid of those guys. So they're all in. They're all in for this.
they are all in.
For
They
this
also
run.
got McQuaid from the Rangers.
And that division can be had because
Yeah, I
it
think-
doesn't look like Pittsburgh's going to make the playoffs.
I think they're going to make it. I think they're going to win it.
Pittsburgh?
Columbus, like this is their year.
No, Columbus could win that division. Can they beat Washington though?
Washington's struggling. Pittsburgh looks like they're out. This is Columbus's. This is their time. Now, those guys are all rentals at this point.
the most part,
Duchesne's a rental. Zingel's a rental.
Panarin
and Bobrovsky, they said,
they're not
the
rentals.
rumors are not going to sign.
Well, I mean, like
Bobrovsky's definitely not signing.
they're free agents after this year, right? So essentially, that
Yeah,
they're
so-
No, this
yeah.
they are definitely all in.
Yeah.
They have no choice.
essentially they're all rental players.
Yeah.
though.
Yes.
Yes, if you take it that way, yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
It's crazy. But if there's a year you could do it, you put together the best team you can. This is the year you do it.
Really, with Tampa
Well, Tampa's your only thing stopping you, really.
And Boston.
and Boston?
Well, they have to play each other before they get out.
Well, really, yeah, because it's only going to
Well,
be
one of them.
It's only going to be one.
One of them's going to come out of the grinder.
Yeah, well, you gotta see one.
And
right?
they got to beat Washington.
Well, that's the team. But Washington, they're very beatable right now, right? Mm-hmm. Like they're faltering all up and down the ice.
They've won 2 in a row.
Oh, yay, 2 in a row. Great.
Just saying.
Before that, they lost like how? Like
And defensively, like, I don't.
You think you have a December?
they lost like 7 in a row. They're beatable.
And defensively, the Penguins have just fallen off. Like, I think Letang, I don't know when Letang's actually coming back.
He's not.
Yeah, they look like they're not going to. Is he not coming back for the year?
I think at this point, this is gonna be like, forget it. We don't need to
So, yeah, I don't think the Pens are going to make the playoffs.
Don't ever
count the pen.
count out the Pens.
All right.
You can't.
It doesn't look like they're going to make the playoffs, but who knows?
I mean,
Yeah,
okay.
go on.
No, I just like right now. If I were to ask you, are the Pens going to make it or are the Habs going to make it?
Heat to the Habs.
No, he wouldn't.
No, I say the Habs will make it.
Really, over the Pens.
Yes.
Yeah,
The question is Pens or Carolina. Those are the two teams I think are in the bubble.
So you think the Canadians are a shoe in?
Yes, I think Canadians are getting there.
Oh, here.
Really?
Out of those three teams, Carolina, Pittsburgh, and Montreal. Montreal's more consistent.
I mean, it's 1 point.
It is. Montreal has been the most consistent team there. Mm-hmm. And those bunch of jerks, I don't know.
I don't know, man. The bunch of jerks are the hottest team out of those 3.
Yeah.
But you know,
No. If I were to put a bet, I would say Montreal definitely. Yeah. Between the Pens and Hurricane, I don't know. That's what I don't know. Do you agree with me, Spike?
They all have a game in hand, and it's 1 point. So a game in hand means that if everyone has the same record, but these guys win the extra game they have, then Montreal's out. That's how close it is.
Yeah.
Okay. And the Penguins are faltering, but if they say there's 10 games left and we got to beat Montreal, they can do it. Montreal's like, we got to do the best we can these 10 games. Yeah. And if we don't make the playoffs, they don't care. That's the difference.
They don't care. They don't care if they make.
They don't care. They'll take their quick draft pick and they'll be like, we had a good season.
yeah.
Because they're not beating anyone in the playoffs. I'll tell you that. I'll tell you right now. They're making the playoffs and that's it. There's like, yeah, we made the playoffs. Out in the first round.
Yeah. We're in the playoffs. Go to Tampa.
What does Ottawa do from now? Like what?
Fold.
Tank.
I think once that is done, you might as well just fold up that team.
Tank.
Like, if they don't draft well, because they got that whole arena issue, which I think they're gonna see if they're gonna extend it now, on Friday.
No, they're gonna go
They're
somewhere
gonna
else.
extend it.
Yeah,
Oh my God, why?
I don't know.
They
So,
play in a. Ugh.
so not their current deal because they're that lawsuit that's going on. So they're gonna see if they're gonna extend it to mediate that whole mess that's going on.
Well, apparently they're just that downtown arena is not happening anymore. That's
No, it's still on the table.
dream is
Still on the
dead.
table. They're arguing over it. So you got that mess going on. Eugene Melnick. Apparently now he said he has a deal, but he's gonna have to build the arena himself. And I don't even know if he has that kind of money.
Oh, I thought you meant like he's gonna be out there with like a.
The hammer.
Imagine.
We need all the workers we can get.
Yeah.
I'm gonna do this my damn self.
But he's fighting the city. Like he's. I've never seen a relationship between like an owner and a city this
Why doesn't
bad.
he just sell the team?
Or move it.
Because he's nobody. Because he won't be. You won't have any idea who Eugene Melnick is if he doesn't have the Ottawa Senators. That's what these guys want. They want you to know their names. You don't think like Jerry Jones. You would have no clue who that guy is if you didn't own the Cowboys.
I'm right now on the phone with Quebec City, and I'm like, hey, you want to
you?
build an arena?
Quebec.
Hey, Quebec City, you there?
Hey, Quebec, you gonna build an arena? Yeah.
They have an arena.
Moving my team right now.
Quebec. Why would you want to go to Quebec?
Why not? It's better than Ottawa, where they're playing.
Is it?
Is it?
Yeah. Where they're playing. If they get the arena downtown, people will be very happy.
I don't even know if that would work. Everyone,
Ottawa?
like, yeah, downtown
would help.
Ottawa. It would help a
I
little
feel
bit.
like you know like how in wrestling where like the good guy like doesn't get what he wants and everyone like really hopes that they finally win. I think it's that situation where at the end of the year you're gonna hear some crazy happy story for Ottawa. They're gonna get a top draft pick. and they're gonna have a new arena coming on the way, and then
here's what's
they're
gonna
all
happen.
in the green.
They're going to be playing in that same arena, and their draft pick they traded to Colorado last year is going to be the first overall pick. There is no happy ending for these losers. It doesn't work out that way. They traded all their stars away. They're going to lose their first pick that's going to be Jack Hughes, and they're going to be still stuck playing in the suburbs.
They have nobody on that team. Remember that team that went to the Cup?
No,
Sorry, not the Cup. The
playoffs,
the finals there.
the cup.
Nobody's there.
Yeah.
Nobody's on that team anymore.
Wait, when did they go to the Cup?
No, conference finals.
Oh, when did they go to the conference finals?
That was 4 years ago.
I don't know.
I think.
I want to say it's before they made the division the change. But anyway,
Yeah, it might have been before they made this.
maybe
change.
I have no idea.
Anyway, they were there
They were there.
within recent
They were
memory.
there.
So, yeah, I think you have it right. Just fold up the team. There are a few teams in sports where I can care less about, and Ottawa's one of them.
That is at the top of the list.
But
right
here
now.
we are talking about them.
Yeah.
Hey, it's not our fault.
Well, they did trade away all their stars. Ben Simmons to the Preds. Who? Ben Simmons. Ben Simmons. Wade Simmons to the Preds.
Yeah,
It's racist, dog.
it's a good move.
Yeah, it's a good move. And it was pretty cheap, too.
Yeah, and I wish we got him. So
Who's we?
please,
Oh,
my team.
well, who are we going to give up for? Well, actually, looking at the price, maybe
Connor Brown in third.
Looking at the price, maybe you didn't have to give anyone more.
Like, why couldn't we do that? Like, do you know what I mean? Like, that's one of those. I think these
No,
things.
I don't.
sometimes-
I think they think the price is going to be too high, and it's another thing. Where are you going to play?
Third line.
Third line, and then probably top.
Why would you put him on the third line? You'd want to play him on the second or first.
You would like to, but he doesn't belong there.
Look, the Leafs' top three lines are not. Their third line is not a prototypical third line.
No.
No,
But, like.
it would be most teams' second line.
Kadri,
exactly.
Simmons.
But
and
you
Marleau.
want to put him where he can be
I'm not
producing.
gonna. Like, I feel like it's time for Marleau to like slowly like
Why he's producing?
park himself out.
Why he's producing? Why would you do that?
Not really, not lately.
Producing.
Yeah, like not lately.
Like he's not playing bad.
I feel like it's slowly time to be like.
No,
hey,
he's gone next year, but he's
Yeah.
not playing bad.
I think we should be like you're a utility piece. Like when we need someone on the ice, when someone gets hurt, we're gonna slot you in there. But right now, just sit down and relax.
Anyways, he went to Nashville.
He went to Nashville.
I'm glad it wasn't Boston.
That would have hurt it. And Hendricks back to Jets.
Hendricks? Matt, like,
Jimi Hendrix.
they got a better player than that. Kevin Hayes from New York.
Yes, Kevin Hayes back to. That's what I meant. Kevin Hayes.
No, Kevin Hayes never played for Winnipeg. Matt Hendricks used to play for Winnipeg. Kevin Hayes went from New York Rangers to the Jets.
Oh, man, sorry.
It's okay, man. You've had
No,
a
you're
long
right.
day.
You're right. You're right. No, you're right.
I don't know who he is, so
You're right.
that's cool.
Because
I don't
Hayes
know who
played.
he is.
Because Hayes played on the Oilers. Sorry, guys, I'm so tired. Yes, he played on the Oilers because he got traded. No, Hendricks got played in. Jeez, man. Oh man, I'm so tired.
Like,
Hendricks played on the Oilers. Yeah, and he went around the league. Now he came back to the Jets. Sorry. Oh, Hayes. Yes. Anyway, Hayes, the better player.
Oh, man.
Man, it's going to be one of those shows.
Jets get better? No,
Yeah, he did.
not really.
Yeah, they got kind of better. But they made the most deals on trade deadline, 6 deals.
Yeah, they like just basically got depth.
Yeah.
I mean, Hayes is going to be good for them, but
They've been struggling lately. And they can't score at all.
yeah, Line A.
He's
Line
not
A,
scoring.
Wheeler's not scoring.
Like,
Yeah, what happened to Line A, man?
Yeah.
he's supposed to be 40 goals. If he's not scoring 40 goals, I'm not gonna say they're in trouble.
That guy
Not the same though.
put up all of his goals in November.
Yep.
Other than that, he's done nothing.
Nothing. Just sit
Well, they are a
back.
young team, though.
Yeah, but like this team should be
But the kids bury, yeah. Kids score goals.
team should be doing stuff.
Well, in truth, they're the equivalent of the Leafs, really. Like, they're,
Kind of.
they're young. No, they're not young. They are that young.
Yeah,
With a few veterans there.
but they're not.
But you look at them as a powerhouse because they're really good.
Well, last year I said I didn't think they were that good. And here we are this year. They didn't. Well, I guess they went pretty far. But this year they're in the playoffs. That'll be fine. But I think if they bow out in the second round, no one's going to say anything.
I think
It
people
will
say.
be a
I think people say a
disappointment.
lot.
It won't be like, oh my god, this team should be cup contenders. think that's over.
No, I think people think they're a cup contender. People think they're a cup contender. I think bowing out. I think
they should be.
Yeah. The division they play in is pretty hard though. The Central, well, kind of hard. Well, you got St. Louis, Nashville,
Minnesota's garbage, man.
You're worried about Minnesota?
Yo, remember that time in Dallas was almost in the playoffs?
Oh, what's his name? Broke his arm though. On Dallas.
So I just want to Zuccarello.
Yeah, Zuccarello.
Just want to do a by comparison thing here.
Go ahead.
So Patrick Laine's November, 18 goals.
Yep.
Other than that,
oh god,
what's that today?
11 goals.
Yeah. Outside of November.
Wow.
What happened to that guy? What happened to that guy?
That's the problem. That's the problem with the team, right? He's not. They're gonna go as he goes. He should be scoring 35 to 40 goals.
Should be.
What's he at right now? 29.
29 goals.
Still time.
Yeah, sure. He can get hot, but like
still time.
18 goals in 1 month, and then 11
next
two.
3.
October, December, January, February.
Yeah.
4 months.
Oh, he's not having a good year. And
11 goals over 4 months. You can look at it that way.
Yeah.
Zach Hyman has 15 goals for the whole year.
60,
well, what does Austin Matthews have?
31. But Matthews missed a month.
He missed a month every season, so it doesn't matter. We can't
even
say it at that point. We can't even say it at that point. He's played 3 years. He's missed time all 3 years. So he is who he is.
49 points. Shifley, 69 points.
Shifley.
It seems stacked, man. Like it's very. It would be very disappointing for these guys to exit out quickly, man. Very disappointing.
All right. If they play St. Louis,
if you're the GM of the Jets,
yeah,
Laine's in the same boat as Matthews was. He's a restricted free agent. How much do you offer him?
Same money.
Same?
Yeah.
What?
You're hoping this is just a slump. Yeah, man. If
you
they give him 10,
you have 3 years to base this on. Okay.
Yeah. How much time do you have to base it on Matthews? Same time,
but Matthews
he still produces. Yeah.
When Matthews is healthy, he always produces.
Yes.
How many less goals?
Laine doesn't do anything other than score goals, right?
No, that's true.
Scoring goals is a
premium.
What else does Matthews do?
Everything, man.
Everything. He sets up. He's a playmaker. But Laine, he's probably Laine's probably, arguably, they were saying he's probably going to be one of the best goal scorers in the league.
They think he's going to be Ovechkin. He will not be Ovechkin.
Now, what you're hoping is this is just a blip on the radar. Because he's young. He's still young.
Yeah, but in your quasi-contract year, this is when you're supposed to get re-up. I bet you before the season started, he was in like the $11 million range. Now it might be 7 or 8.
No. Come on.
Whoa.
Stone just got 9-5.
Yeah, but Stone's good. He does everything.
Patrick
does
Laine
everything.
Has 29 goals, 13 assists, and a minus 22.
What did I just say?
What did he just say? Did you just waste time Googling that? He just said that.
He's minus 22?
Minus 22 is crazy.
Minus 22.
On a team that's
on one of
winning
the
division.
top teams in the league.
Yeah.
Team's winning division, he's minus 22.
Yeah, so
that's boggling.
He must be just getting poop kicked out there.
If you can't score goals, and he obviously doesn't pass the puck or he doesn't get assists.
Yeah, goal scoring is what he does. So yeah.
So if he's not doing that, how are you going to give him $9 or $10 million a year?
Now his other 2 seasons though, last year 44 goals, year before 36.
Yeah.
So he's averaging 40.
Those are fine. Those are fine.
I get it, but here's the third
year. But that's the thing though. That's what you're hoping.
Exactly.
He's going to do.
Well, hoping.
What else are you going to do?
I don't know, man. I'm just saying, like,
if you're them, what else are you going to do? Are you going to let him walk?
No, he's not going to walk.
Yeah,
but this is going to be interesting. That's why it's a debate.
It's going to be a conversation, but then they're going to say
there's no way he gets Matthews' number.
They're going to say either you give me $10 million or I am going to walk, and they're going to be like, here's $10 million.
He's a restricted free agent.
Yeah, but it's another year. Who cares? It's another year. And they're gonna say here's $10 million.
Less money.
No, they're going to give him his money.
He's not going to get 10. There's no way he gets double digits.
10.
No shot.
He's getting 10.
No shot.
All right.
There's no way he's not getting 10.
He's getting above 10. A guy that does one thing, there's no way he gets 10.
I think he's going to get more than 10, actually, to be honest with you. I think he's going to get more than 10.
He's an 11.5 for 5 years. But
7.5, 8.
No way. No way. Not a 40 goal scorer. Not in this league.
Clip it, book it.
How much do you pay a 40 goal scorer?
I don't know. He's not going to score 40 goals this year.
How do you know? He's for 17.
He was not going to score 40 goals this year. He's not going to score 40 goals. But you're hoping he's going to score 40 goals going forward. That's what you're hoping.
All I'm saying is he averages 40. He has, 17 games to score 11 goals. It's been done before. And if he gets even close, he's going to say he's a 40-goal scorer, and that's $10 million. So, whatever.
He's getting more than 10.
Was it 11? 11?
11, 12.
Whatever.
Minus 22
Minus 22.
I know.
That is shocking.
on a winning team.
And under 20 assists. He's played every game.
He doesn't. He just scores. That's all he does. I'm not even worried about the
Even
assist.
if, like, Ovechkin...
Although he is heating up. He has 4 goals in his last 3 games.
and that 4 goals gone to 29, though.
Anything
That's
else? Anything else
scary.
from trade deadline? Leafs didn't do anything. Pens didn't do anything.
They got their guy.
Leafs got Nick Patan.
Yeah, he's there. What is he going to play in A? What is he going to do?
Huh?
Is he in Marley?
No, he's on the team.
He'll play on the team?
He's 4th line depth.
Fourth line.
Marcus Johansson went to the Bruins.
Mm-hmm.
He'll be good for that 3rd line. And Derek Brassard went to the Avalanche.
Cares?
Scored a game winner the other night
Cares?
for Colorado, who's fighting for a playoff spot.
The Rangers have 10 picks now in the first.
No,
They have 6 picks. No, 10 picks total this year. They have 6 picks in the first and second rounds.
First 3 rounds.
First 3 rounds, and then I think Montreal has. They also have 10 picks, but only 3 in the first 2 rounds. I believe it is.
But the sad
That's a
thing
lot
is,
of French Canadians.
is this a deep draft?
No.
I know. I was like, this is not the year to do that. But whatever. Here we
No,
are.
well,
Whatever.
you're trying to build. You're building a team, right? You
Yeah.
build teams, and then hopefully down the ride,
Nothing wrong with having picks, man.
Stockpiling your picks.
And after Ottawa made all those trades, they still don't have top 5 picks coming in this draft.
Well, the Muzzin trade that the Leafs did, slowly not working out. Really,
Oh, easy.
Not
come on, Hainsey took back his minutes,
Yeah.
and he was supposed.
Muzzin had his worst game
Yeah.
of the year tonight.
He was supposed to be. He was supposed to be playing over
Muzzin
Hainsey.
played yesterday. Back-to-backs don't count. I don't
He hasn't
think
been playing well this whole time. He only started off hot. Hainsey took back his minutes. He was supposed to be playing over Hainsey.
Hainsey took back his minutes, or Babcock gave him
him
those
back his
minutes. Babcock is like...
Okay.
Do you
Okay.
need Muzzin down the stretch to be playing heavy
Yes.
minutes? No.
That's why you got him.
What are you fighting for?
That's why you got him. You said he was going to play on the top line,
He's
top pair, and he's not.
The second the playoffs start, he's going to be
Okay,
right
so
back on the top line.
so he's not playing on the top pair, and all of a sudden when the playoffs come, he's going to
Yes.
play top pair. If you ask LA, he's been in decline for a while now.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, but
you called LA and they were like... Hey,
Well, did I tell you that he did play with Drew Doughty and now he's not?
All right, but is he not one of our best defensemen?
If he's one of your best defensemen, that's not very good.
oh, really?
Really?
Yes.
Who would you rather have?
Drew Doughty?
Yeah.
Yeah. $8 million over 8 years. You can have that. You can pay that.
Muzzin is fine.
All right.
I mean, Jake Muzzin has one bad thing going for him, is he has the cursed number 8 on the Leafs.
Don't wear that.
Who's right?
Akiberg.
Don't wear that number. I don't think he's in trouble. I don't think it's a bad idea to make that trade.
That's fine. Okay, you guys think you got Bobby?
But, like, what's he doing that's so bad?
I don't think he's playing what they thought he was supposed to be.
He's fine. He's not doing anything bad. He's not doing anything great.
He's an in-depth defenseman. He hits guys. And
Yeah, he's a top 4 defenseman.
Shoot
He's
the fuck
playing
out of
top 4. Like, I don't know what you guys thought.
They got shellacked tonight, but they
I didn't think anything. This guy was saying he was Bobby Orr.
But they played
No,
yesterday.
you said he was Bobby Orr.
That's
No, he said he's Bobby. I just said Bobby Orr
they
as a
played.
joke.
They like. I hate back-to-backs for this exact reason.
It's not just a back to back. He's kind of gone down this whole time. Like he started off hot.
What is he doing that's down? What's he doing?
He was on the top pairing.
Oh, but like,
For
doesn't
the first
mean he's
year.
bad.
That's
No, I'm not saying he's bad.
They're saying maybe
It's a comfort thing.
No, maybe Riley scores easier playing with Hainsey, so you leave that line together.
Or
and
maybe
strengthen
Riley's your
second
best
line.
defenseman and Haynes is your worst, so you have your best defenseman carrying your worst defenseman. Maybe that's why they're doing it.
All I'm saying is when the playoffs start, I think they'll be playing together.
Who?
Muzzin.
I don't think they will.
No, they won't. Definitely.
But like, I don't think he's doing anything wrong. He had a bad game tonight, but like, what's he really done that's been like, oh my god, that guy's terrible. He should be getting less minutes. Nothing.
Oh, he did get less minutes because Hainsey. That's
He just it's a Babcock thing. Babcock's like so fickle and he's like
all right.
so stubborn.
Maybe
Okay.
he was just like.
Anyways, we know you like to come on the podcast and try and find ways to down the Leafs. I get it. After we beat you guys again, even though we spotted
Who's
you, we spotted you guys 3 goals
Who's
in the first
we?
period. I got a good story.
Who's we?
I was in a bar on Saturday night.
Go ahead.
and we were in a bar with like a couple of Habs fans that were going nuts after the 3-0 lead after the first period. They were walking around the bar, giving everyone the finger, high-fiving each other. It was a married couple.
Were they watching the game?
Yeah. In the first period, they were going nuts.
Awesome.
They were having a great time.
Wow.
And so, like, the bar was like, everyone was there to watch the game, obviously,
Yeah.
like have dinner or whatever, watch the game. But like, you know, if you go to a bar and watch a Leaf game, like you cheer when they score and there's like a big play.
Yeah.
Every time we scored after that first period, it got louder, rowdier, and everyone was looking at this couple and like they were like all like pissed off and like throwing the middle fingers up to everyone. I'm like, this is what you get when you go into enemy territory and you start gloating and like, you know, high-fiving and like the chirps were coming in hard for the rest of the game.
Oh, of course.
People saying the score in French, throwing their French fries at them.
No.
Oh, it was.
Well, if they're gonna go in there and act
They
like
went
assholes,
around and they were like gloating.
yeah, if they're gonna act like jerks, and if I was there, I'd be like, you're not even watching the game because from the very beginning, it didn't look like they looked good the first 11 minutes of the game. That was it.
And they scored 3 goals.
You're up 3-0.
That was it. From then on, it was just Leafs.
In the NHL, when you go up 3-0, there's like a 90% chance
In the
game's
first
over.
period.
Yeah,
No, I wouldn't say that.
90%.
I called
chance
it right
that
away.
game's
I was
over.
like, they're coming back.
The Leafs are one team. I don't care what you're up.
Yeah.
Those guys can be like, yeah, let's just score 5 right now.
That's basically how they're gonna play. Like even in the playoffs, that's how they're gonna play. They have to outscore everyone.
That's hopefully.
You basically have to outscore anyone. Okay. Anything else from this trade deadline?
No, still amazed that like our local coverage still does like 10
Started
hours.
at 8 a.m. Why? 8 a.m.
Well, I'm listening to like stories of like the guys on TSN
Dude, no one else is gonna
show
love
up
it
at
if we don't.
6:30 in the morning and they're there all night. There's a Leaf game.
You know what
that
it
night.
is? You know what it is, Smythe? Nobody wants to blink. No, the other one network doesn't want to say, okay, this is dumb. Let's start at 10. Nobody wants to blink.
Bro, no one else.
But you have to
loves it.
understand also
If
like
you
what
don't
else
love
is
it, no one's gonna
on.
love it,
What
yeah.
else is on in the daytime?
No one else is
Nothing.
gonna love it.
NBA doesn't do this.
They don't need to.
Yeah, NBA doesn't do that with their trade deadline.
Well,
But
'cause
this
nothing
is-
happens until
yeah.
like 2:30.
No, not even that. It's just like
But same thing with NHL.
it's such a different beast, right? Like
Yeah, I think rental players are a real thing in NHL. In the NBA, it's not so much like that. You don't see players get traded just for the playoff.
But like I'm just saying like people tune in Canada because it's kind of been an institution for the last since I was a kid, right?
Yeah.
Like
no, but like
it's a day. It's
legit though. What happens on trade deadlines? Like you know what I mean?
Nothing.
Like
in NHL.
in the NHL, teams are stocking for the playoffs. Rental players.
Of
go
okay,
every
wait.
year.
Of consequence, what happened on this trade deadline? Of consequence,
This one,
yes.
all the major players stocked up. They
Who?
all got depth.
Who?
We just talked about every single team.
Who?
What are you talking
Not the
about?
major players, just the guys who want to make the jump from being, you know, fringe teams to contenders.
So I'll
like,
say
Tampa didn't do anything.
Mark Stone.
Vegas got better.
Yes.
Yeah,
Nashville
Mark
got
Stone.
better.
Mark Stone.
Jets- the Jets got better.
eh,
Columbus got
Jets
better.
didn't get better.
Yeah, they did.
No, I don't think they got better.
How did they not get better? They didn't give anyone off their roster, and they got better players.
They're buyers.
They got depth players. Like, if any,
Well,
all those guys.
Look what happened to the Leafs this week. 3 guys went down, and now they're like, "Oh, we didn't
We
make
wish
enough
you had
money."
that
They
player.
better, worse.
Yeah.
They just got like insurance policies. They getting insurance.
No,
they
but-
didn't get
but-
anyone that's going to go.
But Hayes
that-
is
You're
a
getting-
legit
Hayes
player.
is
You're getting guys that are gonna play in the playoffs and play
They're
important
all going
minutes
to play in
in
the playoffs. They're all going to play in the playoffs. I'm like,
And you're not having after this season. You're only getting them for the playoff
of
push.
consequence, you have maybe 3 guys. Maybe.
No, but here's what you're saying. You're saying players didn't trade superstars. But that's not what the trade
No,
deadline's
of
about.
consequence.
Yeah, I
If
heard
that
you.
guy, if those players were not on that team, it wouldn't matter.
Listen, they made those trades because they want to
No,
chance.
because
in
they
the
wanted to
playoffs.
trade. Because they wanted to trade players.
No,
That's
no,
what it is.
No, you don't understand depth in hockey. You like
Don't understand. Definitely.
you need guys on your third and fourth lines.
Yeah.
You need talent.
They
on your
had
third
those
and
guys.
fourth
That's what I'm saying. Those guys were already on a team. Whatever. You're trading one guy for another. Who cares?
But the players that the teams that are sellers, they're selling players that aren't signing back next year. You're going to lose them anyways. So you're trading the contenders. They have a shot at
Okay,
their
so you're
cup.
talking about one player. You're talking about Mark Stone.
No,
Yes.
not Mark Stone. How many guys? We just talked about Columbus. How many guys are over there that aren't going to be there next year? There's 4.
They got Mark Stone
Columbus.
and Duchesne.
Columbus.
We're talking Columbus.
Stone went to Vegas.
Oh, sorry. I meant Duchesne.
But I'm saying
I meant Duchesne. Sorry, I meant
teams
Duchesne.
shore up on players that they're not going to have next year, so they have a shot in the playoffs. The NBA doesn't do that, right? Baseball doesn't do that.
Gasol?
Yeah. I don't know. Tobias Harris, like that's a pretty big name.
No, but he's staying. Like, he's gonna be there next year.
Oh,
Tobias
you're
Harris
saying
is
pure
gonna,
rentals.
Yeah, Tobias Harris
okay,
won't leave
but-
and go somewhere else.
right.
Hold on.
right?
Tobias Harris staying in next year?
Yeah, he's staying for next year.
They have to make a decision on one or two. It's either Butler
Jimmy
or...
Butler's gone. We know
Alright,
that
okay.
already. Like, but like NBA, when you make trades, you're making trades
I don't know, dude.
hoping those guys are.
If you think all fourth liners and third liners are important, go right ahead with it, man.
Well, I mean, like,
they're
there's
interchangeable.
sometimes,
sometimes, but they're all interchangeable to me. They're all interchangeable
There's a reason why teams make the moves.
to make moves. That's why they make moves make moves.
But they're like shoring things up.
Hey, look at our fans. Look, we did something.
Trade,
That's
yeah.
why they make trades.
That's true too.
Look, we did something.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Hey, look, Winnipeg's fans. We
Like-
made moves.
Look at the teams that didn't have to make moves. Did it? Tampa and Boston. What are they?
I'll tell you
Why
the
would
truth.
Tampa do anything.
I'll tell you the truth about Winnipeg. If Patrick Liney's not scoring, forget it. I don't care who you traded to that team. Forget it.
That's what I just said. The team goes this.
But you just said all these guys were important. The 6 guys they got were important.
But
if Patrick Liney's not producing, forget it. I don't care who you traded to that
Well,
team.
they've won all year
saying,
with him.
yeah, you're
Yeah.
saying that
nothing.
now, but he hasn't produced the entire year in there. And so
Take away November and he hasn't done anything,
Yeah.
and they're still winning their division.
I'm just saying, if it's not their top 6, who cares? I don't care if your top 6 is not producing. Who cares who you traded? I don't care about the bottom guys.
I mean, like if you can get a guy to score in your bottom 6,
I
and
think
you weren't before,
yeah,
that's
you need
but
to
did,
watch
but,
more
but those
hockey.
guys come. Those guys get traded.
well, Hayes.
Okay, Hayes, I'll give you that. Okay, I'll give you that.
You
Who
got-
else? Nobody
What
else.
do you mean? Wayne Simmons, Brassard.
Yeah.
Like these guys, Brassard got the game winner the other night.
These players that got traded, they're going to make impacts on
No.
these teams.
and they're motivated.
No, I know they're motivated.
And some of them are top 6 players. You can't even say they're bottom line players. Like, you're like, I don't know, whatever.
Wayne Simmons is top 6. Yeah, Wayne Simmons.
You're virtually
Not
seeing
the
it
Habs
completely
and
wrong. Yeah, you're
they
seeing
got
this
Jordan
completely
Wheel. That's
wrong.
all they got.
Who cares? I don't care about that. They got picks. They got picks. Like, you guys really think I'm gonna like live or die for this Montreal
You're
playoff?
missing what the trade deadline is about.
Nothing.
It's a
That's what
Canadian
about.
tradition.
Nothing. That's what it's about.
That's a Canadian
It's a Canadian tradition.
Anyway, let's do some NBA mid-season in quotations.
heavy quotations.
Heavy quotations.
Since we're 60 games into the year.
We never got a chance to do it. Some mid-season awards. I think we got like 16 games left.
Just call it awards. I feel like I've gotten every single one of these right.
Oh, jeez.
Yeah, okay. All right, let's start off with Coach of the Year, Smythe. Coach of the Year in the NBA.
Budenholzer.
Budenholzer from the
Milwaukee
Bucks.
Bucks.
Bucks. Yeah.
That's a shoo-in. There's no conversation about who's going to win this award. He will win that.
I put a runner up on everything just to
Okay.
make things interesting.
Would you put? Did you put?
I put
Budenholzer?
Budenholzer as first, and then I have Nate McMillan as a second. Considering what they're still in the race and still doing things with Oladipo out.
Okay, that's fair. I put Mike Malone of Denver.
Yeah, that's fair.
That's
a really good win, and that one I think
actually a very good pick.
Yeah.
He's not winning it, though.
I think we all agree. Well, you
Rookie of the Year.
No, what?
Oh, sorry.
Budenholzer, I thought, is not unanimous.
No, Mike Malone.
Okay, all right.
No, I think Mike Malone of Denver. What Denver's doing? I think they missed the playoffs last year, right?
No, they were the last team in on the last day,
yes,
right?
yes.
Oh, wait. Was it Minnesota?
Minnesota.
They lost on the last day to
Yeah, they
Minnesota.
were left out.
I'm trying to
So you're
remember.
right,
Who got swept by Golden State? That's what I'm trying to remember.
Exactly.
But
And from that to arguably, they're fighting for first place now. So
they're
And the
They're,
Bucks-
they're going to have home court advantage.
yeah, and the Bucks were 4th last year, I believe.
6th.
6th, and
7th. The Raptors were 2nd.
Well, we played Washington.
Oh, that's right. So they were
6th. You had it right.
6th.
First.
And the Raptors were first.
Yeah.
So then they were 7th.
I don't know. I'm just
They
saying.
played Boston.
I can't remember. Anyway, whatever. So, and he has improved that team. I'm not disagreeing with that. It's like whatever. But
Oh
yes.
my God, he's a monster.
Rookie of the Year.
Everyone has the same here.
Maybe not Smythe.
Luka Doncic. Yo,
It's Luka. Yes.
so I forget how long he was
Dallas
playing, but
Mavericks.
he's putting up 28 and 7. Do you know the last player to have numbers like that as a teenager?
No clue.
Let me guess.
That's right. I won't even say his name.
The Lord and Savior.
All I'm saying is that kid is special. And I don't know how special he's gonna get, but wow. And that team's trash.
Reminds me
they
of
got players.
Petty.
Right?
Anthony Hardaway. Big
Big guard.
big guard. Dribble, pass, and shoot. All the tools. Defensive player of the year.
Wait.
Oh,
Does anyone have any runner-ups, or are we just going?
DeAndre Ayton. I think he's
Fox.
playing.
Really?
Yeah, I think he's playing great basketball. Fox, second year.
Yeah.
Aiden's playing. He's playing great basketball. Has fantastic numbers. Just the Suns suck, so he won't get recognition.
I put Trae Young as my runner-up.
Well, Trae Young's pretty good too.
Yeah, Atlanta. He's putting up numbers. He's putting up Steph Curry numbers.
Yeah,
down there.
just like we said he's gonna do.
I never said that, but everyone else said that. He's not going to be Steph Curry, but he's putting up the numbers.
He looks good.
Yeah. Defensive player of the year.
I have two here.
Go ahead.
Paul George.
I
think he's gonna win it, but I think Miles Turner should be in the conversation.
Yes, he should.
He's playing great basketball.
The whole Indiana Pacers is actually playing. I think that's what's keeping them alive, like the defense that they play. So yeah, Turner's a good one. I also have Paul George. I don't think I can die. You got any runner-ups on that one?
Yes,
Same things?
It's a tough one, man, because like I don't in a league that's like scoring's gone up so much this year. Like, how do you like say who's the best defensive player without watching them play all the time, right?
Yeah.
So I don't know. I put Giannis. That's my guy.
I know he is playing well. He is playing, and Rudy Gobert's come back into form too.
Yeah,
as well.
Rudy looks okay.
Most improved. Well, so yeah, that's one.
There's only one guy.
No,
No,
I
there
got
isn't.
4 people here.
Wow.
But I got one as the winner.
Yeah.
Hang on, wait. Maybe we should say ours before he starts because he's gonna
He's
blast
gonna
all our
have,
names.
No, I got. I'm just gonna say the my number one.
Okay, go.
Siakam.
Yeah.
I think
He's
everyone has.
He's
that.
gonna win.
No,
it.
I don't have that.
No.
Oh.
No,
You got Derrick Rose.
no. Jamal Murray.
Oh,
Murray's
wow.
not
I don't even have him in my top 4.
Oh, really?
Jamal Murray's not winning anything.
Are you kidding me? Jamal Murray is arguably the he might be second
Watch
best.
what you're saying.
He might be the second best player on that team.
Oh,
Behind the
He's
Joker.
definitely the second best player.
Yeah,
on the team.
there's
I was
no-
gonna say he might be the first, but he's the
team
second best
plays
player
through
behind the
Jokic.
Joker. Yeah,
They play directly through him.
and this guy's scoring like crazy. Like
he's
look where he
balling.
was from last year.
But he
man.
balled last year too, man. He was good last
Not
year.
like this. Not like this.
I think Siakam's numbers from last year to this year.
Yeah,
Oh, yeah, it's
Siakam
huge.
has to be. I also have Derrick Rose, De'Aaron Fox, and Buddy Hield.
It'd be nice to see Derrick
Yes,
Rose
Fox. Yeah.
in it. Buddy Hield's not winning.
There's nothing wrong with him.
There isn't. He's a good player. I like him a lot. He's not winning nothing.
Like, think about what they've done with that
They're
team,
not giving him
man.
awards.
Hield, Fox, and Bagley. Like,
Yeah. Fox. I love.
Fox is a great player.
Most improved was? Oh, sorry, Smythe. Let me go see Smythe. Most improved.
we just
I
did
was gonna
most
say,
improved.
Sorry, six man.
Lou Will. He's gonna be a legacy guy. He's the guy that just wins that award over and over and over
Yeah,
again.
You got Lou Will Toes?
I got Lou Will as my number one.
No love for Dennis Schroeder?
No,
No. I don't
You
know Dennis
kidding me?
Schroeder.
Oh,
really.
my
I
goodness,
have
I
4
thought
here. He
Oh,
didn't
no.
make my top.
Okay, see, no. You gotta be
Oh
averaging.
my
like,
goodness.
You gotta be putting up 15 a game at
I think
least.
he's averaging like 17.
I got Dinwiddie as my runner-up.
Oh, give me. That's a good.
Okay, yeah.
Let's see what Schroeder's doing.
Derrick Rose as well, and Bogdanovich.
Oh, Derrick Rose for 6 man. I didn't see that one.
And most improved? I've heard less and less. Towns is just like tearing it up there now. But I've
Towns
heard
is
less.
great.
I'm hearing less and less about Rose now. So I'm wondering if he has it cooled off.
Yeah, that's for sure.
And MVP,
Giannis.
I think it's unanimous at this point.
Giannis. A lot of people are putting in Paul George. A lot of people are putting in Harden.
You could put in Paul George, but remember when Kobe averaged 38 that one year? He didn't win it, like because the team's just not that
Well,
good.
this is the best year he's ever had.
Yeah, no, but
And
Harden?
Carter.
no, George. I was talking about George.
Oh, I just don't think he wins MVPs.
Paul George.
Yeah, he's
He's never won an MVP.
yeah. No, I just think he's the guy. Like he'll never be in that conversation. He'll never.
Okay, he's
get
in third right
votes.
now. The team is above the Rockets.
They lost tonight, though.
Yeah, but Paul
Who,
George isn't
Rockets?
playing.
No.
Or okay,
Paul
so
George didn't play today.
So, they still lost.
I'm just saying, Paul George wasn't there.
Well, then he's not MVP because he didn't play.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
yeah, Harden's been on that streak of 30 points or whatever.
Still?
No,
No, he ended yesterday. He scored 28 points.
Yeah.
And
It ain't 30, bud.
They're like,
I love how all the talking heads were like, "Oh, thank God the streak's over." Like, it's all about team ball. You can see it in that game. I'm like, he scored 2 points less than 30.
Dennis Schroeder is averaging 15.5. Lou Williams 19.9.
Okay.
Okay.
There's more than just scoring points.
No, it's not.
OKC's the third again. The third. He's probably the third best player on the team.
Schroeder.
Yeah.
No, he's not the third best player in the team. Steve
Steven
Adams.
Adams.
Oh yeah, Steven Adams. Yeah, Steve Adams.
What's the Toronto?
Deion Waiters.
And a hot take. Do you guys have a hot take?
You said hot take, but I thought you just had.
I thought it was yours.
Oh, really?
Just says one hot take.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Is it still Milwaukee's not making it out of the first round?
No.
Yeah, because that's you're done with that, right?
Yeah, I feel like your hot takes are now like take with a grain of
They
salt.
won't make it. They won't make it over the second round. That's
Oh, no,
this is the second round.
Upgraded.
They'll make it out of the NBA Finals.
Yeah. They won't.
They won't make it out of the
They
second
won't win 2 championships in a row.
I have a hot take.
Shoot.
LeBron James will get injured within the next 5 games and give up the season.
I think that's really a hot take. This is a ridiculous prediction.
Well, he'll just be like, I'm hurt. I'm not playing. He's going to tap out before the year's done. Because that's the kind of guy I think he actually is. The going's tough right now.
Yeah.
And I think he's going to tuck tail.
I don't think he's gonna do that.
Just like in the
Greatest
Dallas
player of all
Mavericks
time.
series.
My hot take is LeBron is not the best player in the league.
Oh, we already tweeted that already.
Yeah.
He is not the best player in the league.
He's 34. What do you want from him?
But everyone is unanimous, and you hear it all the time. Unanimously, he's the best player in the league. He's not the best player in the game.
No,
anymore.
not anymore.
That is done. I don't think he's top 5.
If you were building a team right now, you
Nope.
would take LeBron
Nope.
James today.
Nope.
Name the 5 players you take over.
Giannis. I'd take Embiid over him. Paul George, Harden, Steph Curry, Kevin Durant, Kawhi Leonard. You would take Kawhi Leonard? Okay, that's fair enough.
Mr. Load Management himself.
Is that him or is it the Raptors?
That's him.
It's him.
If you want to play a game, you just play it.
Okay, whatever.
Getting sick of this guy.
So if he doesn't sign back, wouldn't be upset.
No.
But
A-
when he does
Anthony
sign
Da-
back, I'll be happy.
Anthony Davis. There's so many players I would pick above
I
LeBron.
can't
now.
take Anthony Davis over LeBron.
No,
Because
that's fair
Anthony
enough.
Davis can't win.
Fair enough. And LeBron's winning what now in the West?
Yeah.
Oh.
You know what? It's so funny because I don't think anything is wrong with Kuzma and Ingram.
There isn't.
Those guys put up numbers. They play hard. They shoot good percentages. They're not the best defenders, but what do you want from those kids? And this guy is jumping down their throats. But anyway, whatever.
It's not whatever. He ruined the team. He ruined the team.
This experience here, I respect what he's done, but I don't think LeBron James is the leader. If that's a hot take, that's a hot take. If that guy isn't stacked, that guy is not winning.
He's a leader because he has good basketball IQ.
Yeah, but he's not personality-wise. People don't want to follow him.
But he doesn't want young guys. He doesn't want to teach anybody. He wants vets. That's what he wants.
Yeah.
But he ruined the team by saying, I don't want these guys.
Well,
The team is now ruined. Magic Johnson. What has Magic Johnson done as a GM?
He's not the GM.
Whatever. You know what I mean. What, you think he's not making all those moves?
Oh, he's just not the GM. He said as the GM.
He always comes with his stickler.
It's just not his job. That's not what they pay him to do.
As
there.
basketball president,
Yeah.
what has he done?
You got LeBron James, bro.
Did he get LeBron James or LeBron James want to go to LA?
No, you got LeBron James.
Okay. What else? Okay.
That's
Besides that, what else?
That's it. That was his job. He was like, "Hey, I brought LeBron James here. I'm done now. I will collect my salary and hope
He
this
drafted
team
Ball,
wins." Yeah.
which is arguably he's the 5th best player in that draft. Tatum's better than him,
No, he's not. I don't like. Listen, Tatum's not having a good year right now.
and Ball is having a great year.
Tatum had one good playoffs for
And Ball's having a great year.
That's all I'm saying. Jason Tatum right now is sitting over in Boston. I haven't seen that guy peep his head up in the past 3 weeks. And we keep talking about how great this kid
Well,
is.
Kyrie Irving keeps kicking him down every time he sticks his head up.
That's all I'm saying. He's not
I'm
a
the leader.
superstar.
I'm the leader of this team.
Yeah, man. He's not, and he's a good player. But if I was Boston right now and I can ship him to New Orleans and bring back Anthony Davis in a heartbeat.
If I was Boston right now, I would trade Kyrie Irving and bring Anthony Davis over here.
Yeah,
I would get rid of that guy as fast as I can.
he should have done it on the trade deadline. I don't understand the
Well,
play-
they thought they had something. No,
the
they
work
don't.
was all there. You can't get Anthony Davis unless you trade Kyrie Irving. This entire team works if you don't have Kyrie Irving. You were almost in the NBA Finals, and you're like, we'll wait.
It's hilarious how Boston fans have just flipped on this guy now.
Oh, it's not their fault.
They don't. They would rather see Kyrie Irving gone.
Yeah,
they
but
don't want him in there.
Boston's like, we're in 5th. We're never in 5th. We're the Boston Celtics. We are great.
It's so hilarious. Anything else you want to touch about the Lakers? Because this is probably it. This right now. LeBron going to Lakers is like Michael Jordan going to Wizards. That's it. This is it.
No.
Well, who are they going to get in the offseason? Butler?
They're going to retool. They'll have good players, and they'll be fine.
You're smirking over there, Wells.
No, man.
He doesn't like talking about LeBron James.
He loves hating on him, though.
I know.
You love hating on him, though.
Hater, bro.
But it's it.
You guys love him so much.
Who loves him?
You
You're
guys.
not. You obviously haven't
You
been listening
guys
to me.
love him. I'm like LeBron James. Why is he in the All-Star game? Why is he the co-captain? The guy barely played all year, and you guys are like, oh, he's LeBron James. He's
LeBron James.
He is.
See, exactly.
He's LeBron James. But obviously,
But what, man? We've been
wait.
riding him
No, I
for
have
so
not.
long.
No, I have not.
We
You
definitely-
guys do.
No, I have not.
Definitely.
Obviously, you haven't been listening to me for the last 2 years. I said he hasn't been playing defense for 2 years now.
He's saying that we just talk about him.
Yeah, you'll find any way you can talk about it. you will.
No.
It's like Wells in baseball.
Yeah, but at least I can talk about more things about baseball than just one guy in basketball.
Yeah,
I-
but he's
I
the guy.
don't bring
No,
this
he's not
guy
the
up.
guy. We just said he's not the guy.
He's not the guy.
He's the guy.
You guys want him to be the guy.
No.
So much.
No. He's the most notorious name in the game.
Sure, but like
Everything he does.
Oh, I'm burying
is-
him right
is
now.
top
This
line.
is. I'm burying him today. This is a burial. He's done.
I'm not burying him. I'm just like I'm sick of him, man. Like I'm sick of like.
This is it. LeBron James going to Lakers is like Michael Jordan going to Wizards.
But it's just like
It's over.
it's like
They'll be back.
in the States they always try and
Yes.
find ways to talk about him, and people are like, yeah, let's keep talking about him. Remember that like. One time they had that like conversation about because he's a single child, is this like disrupting his like season?
Yeah.
So we never talked.
what?
We never
Like,
talked about that
what?
because that's poor journalism.
That's just digging.
That's
like,
all it is.
It's like that's they don't. There's so much more going on in that sport. So many other players deserve more attention. Like no, I'm dead serious. Like how do you just like continue to like feed the same stuff every day, but like spin it with something like that, like a single child syndrome or whatever? Like when you could talk about guys who are like having career years or doing like stuff amazing that they may not do again.
Yeah.
Like why don't you talk about what's going on in Sacramento? Guys who like no one knows about. And you'll shrug and be like, who cares about them? But like, don't you want to build your league and build like so you know more about the rest of the league?
The only reason I'll say about the NBA is not about the other teams. It's not about the
No,
logo.
because-
It's about the guy in the back.
I know, but
That's what the NBA is about.
but like the media, will
Yeah,
not,
the media. This
like-
is this whole thing with the Lakers and the media. It's sickening because it's not his fault. Oh, it's
but
not his
everyone
fault.
loves it.
It's not LeBron's fault. He's a genius. These kids should step up. I'm like, why should any of these? Why should Kuzma? Why should Ingram? Why should Ball care about his legacy? Because that's basically what it is. Everyone's there to serve LeBron.
well, Ball's not even playing.
yeah, he's hurt.
Kuzma and Ingram are playing just fine, and that's where I talk. When I talk about that, I'm like, the problem's not those guys. They're doing their jobs, right?
I think it is those guys because they suffer because LeBron's there. They are suffering because LeBron's there.
They're having great years.
They're not even in the playoff picture.
But
They're suffering because
but
LeBron
last
is
year,
thunder.
Were they anywhere near the playoffs last year?
They played harder than this.
Was
Way harder
was
than
their
this.
record better?
Defensively, they were better.
Did they win more games?
Defensively, they were
Who
better. They were
cares?
rated defensively. Oh, who cares defensively?
You win basketball games. They win more games.
I look. I'm not.
all I'm saying is that
And again, well, maybe you're not listening to me. I'm
Oh,
for
I
last
listen
two.
to you
No, for
guys.
last
I'm
2
just
years.
looking at the
Hang on,
group chat from today.
for the last 2 years,
And-
I have not bowed at the altar of LeBron.
are you just saying that because
No, I don't. I have not bowed at the altar of LeBron for like 2 years. I've told you this defensively. Watch LeBron. He doesn't play defensively. He's not the best player in the league game.
we know that though?
According, not everybody else bows at the altar of LeBron. This is not his fault. Oh, he's just saving himself. No, he's not good. He's not good anymore. Sorry, when I mean he's not LeBron standards. That's what I mean.
All right, man. I guess. I think he's still LeBron. I think he just gave up. And I think I don't know who he thinks is on his team or what he expects from his teammates, but like,
I'm trying to find that video I put. That was about AB.
I think once a day you post something about LeBron James.
No, that was about AB. That post was about AB that I posted in there.
But LeBron's
He's in the video, but it was about AB. AB was talking in it.
just saying.
no, LeBron is the most polarizing guy in the sport, and unfortunately, everything.
I don't know. Well, I am not Smythe. I'm not saying LeBron is everything. Even in the show, I've only wrote about him 4 times. 4 times. You brought him up 4 times.
You're like, I brought him up 4 times in
See, you can
57
count
episodes. No, I don't know. I think it's a
four.
it's
Is
a
that
story.
like are you sitting on that number? Because you
It's
really want
more
me to
of a
research how
story.
many times?
Then the Sacramento Kings.
Oh, I'll give
trying to
you
play
my book. You can look and see how many times I
Right.
actually.
Oh,
wrote
I have
down LeBron.
everything here.
Yeah.
4
Like-
times, eh?
All right, go on. Go on. Anyway, I think the Lakers is finished. Like if they're gonna get Butler, then it's done. He's done competing for championships. It's over.
Oh,
he made the playoffs. Then
competing for
The
championships.
game hit it like 8 years in a row.
Yeah.
Like we saw enough.
He's
of
done.
it.
Yeah, he's done.
He's done.
Done. Like
He's done.
But do you want to see the Sacramento Kings make the playoffs this year?
I want to see him
Fox?
go far.
Yes, I do want to see him. I actually want
Because
them in the playoffs.
then you start getting new stars and new people.
Well, this is how teams are built, right? A team gets in an 8th.
Golden State was nothing.
They got in an 8th, right? They had a good run. Then they got in at 4th, and they lost again. Then they got in at 1st, and that's how it goes. So
Right.
Sacramento this year, they get in at 8th, right? OKC got in at 8th 1 year, went 6 games to the Lakers, they lost, and then they went to the finals, right? So Milwaukee got in at 8th, got in at 6th.
Wait,
now they're
hold on,
in
one second. Are you telling me Sacramento Kings are going to make the finals in 2 years?
Maybe. I'm saying that's how it starts, though. You get in, you're
No,
gonna.
I don't think that's the point. The point is Golden State started
Nothing.
like no one. It took them being successful to get mentioned, right?
No, man, they were a team in the come up. That's all I'm saying.
Right.
I'm saying, and
So
now
are Sacramento.
Sacramento could be their time to be in the come up.
I'm just saying, like we should spend more time. Not just we. I mean, like in general, the media should spend more time.
You're not going to.
Talking about the little guy that no one wants to hear about.
You're not going to.
What do you mean? No one wants to hear about?
No one cares about Sacramento.
No, I like Fox. I want to hear about Fox. I'd rather see them in the playoffs more than San Antonio or the Clippers. I don't know why the Clippers are in the playoffs. Like, get them out of there.
Right?
I'd rather see... They're going to lose. Don't get me wrong. They're going to lose in the first round.
They
But I'd
don't
rather
go
see...
nowhere.
Everybody loves eating at the same restaurant all the time.
Right? I want to see Minnesota.
It's like we're in the city of Toronto, and you always get the same sandwich every day, every time you go out.
Like that 8 spot should be Minnesota. That's what I'd want to see in that 8th spot.
Me? No, I don't see Minnesota.
That's what I want to see in that 8th spot.
Why?
No one cares about you, Les.
Because I feel like they
Why? You want to see Wiggins not care?
they should be a
What are they
solid
going to do? At least, like, you have Sacramento, a group of people who are, like,
passionate about basketball.
like they've never... No, like, I mean, like, the team. Like, you know, like, even if they got swept by 4, every game would be... They'd be, like, giving it their all.
Sacramento's a team on a come up. Clippers, watch out for those guys next year.
Clippers?
Yeah, watch out for them next year.
All right.
They will get guys.
If they have a team.
Yeah, they're
who's
gonna
be
get-
on the team. Okay.
They're going to get guys.
They're going to get guys.
They
Yeah.
sold out. I don't know why they traded Tobias Harris.
Because they wanted room, cap room.
What if no one goes?
Well, the rumor is quiet, but we'll
What
see.
if he doesn't
We'll see.
go?
Then they're screwed. Then they're screwed. But
So how can you say watch out for this team when no
'Cause-
one knows other team?
because Jerry West is there.
But like I know who's on Sacramento next year.
But Jerry West is there. That's why I'm saying.
Yeah, that's fair.
This is one thing you got to... The NBA, there are only a handful of what I like to call builders. When they're there, the teams get built. And it's like Greg Popovich, Pat Riley, Jerry West.
Pop had one team, bro. He's only built this one.
Over like what, 15 years?
Yeah, 5 championships.
Only
good.
one team.
He's only built this one.
Pat Riley,
Yeah.
from the Lakers to the Miami Heat, and Jerry West another one. Jerry West, he was there when they built Golden State.
He was.
So he was there when they built that Lakers team.
I mean,
So
like I consider Golden State a massive fluke
I don't.
no, they built it properly.
because if Steph Curry was an MVP caliber player in his first 4
No,
years,
certain things happen.
Yeah, he wouldn't have
certain
signed
things
that.
happen to make this team, but
Exactly.
no, they built that team. They got Curry, they got Thompson, they got Draymond Green. They
drafted
found those
all
guys.
of them.
Yeah, they
I
found
know
those
they.
guys.
I'm not saying though because Steph was injured all the time. Though he signed that mid-level second deal,
For this team to happen,
Yeah.
like with Kevin Durant, yes, certain things had to happen.
right? And
Yes.
then the first deal that Clay signed was $20 million. Was
yeah,
max.
and they were lucky in that sense. But
Yeah.
yeah, teams get built with luck,
Well,
right?
You have one less player, you don't win those championships, right? So it's literally the chips just fall in the exact right
Well, you can
place.
say the same thing with Miami Heat. It was luck that if you're saying it's luck that they took less money, like that's what you're telling me, right?
Yeah, absolutely. No,
Yeah, luck.
well, if you have arguably the best player in the league, and Chris Bosh was top 20,
arguably, okay, yeah, whatever.
and Dwayne Wade was top 5. If those guys were like, we'll take a pay cut to come play with you
Yeah.
guys. That's luck.
Okay, no, okay,
Right? You'd
that's
build
fair.
that.
Luck does come into play, I think, when you're building
Oh, of
teams. So,
course.
okay, yeah, okay, that's fair enough. All right, let me scratch off 2 topics there. You want to talk more about LeBron?
Although I have my new segment you didn't add in here.
We're waiting for you to tell us when you're going to do it.
I totally forgot. You can throw it in there.
Oh, totally forgot.
I didn't forget about you, Wells.
No, go ahead. Do your top 5, and then we'll go.
All right. So I got my top 5. Sorry. Top 5 Oscar snubs. Since we got the Oscars, that came up this recently, so I'm just gonna go. So this could either be actors, actresses, or even movies. So my top 5 Oscar snubs. At number 5,
Ever or 2019?
2019. Excuse me. Yeah, thank you. 2019. Maybe I should do it. Okay, 2019. Number 5, Sam Elliott. Sam Elliott was
Still at the altar of
Stars Born. Stars Born.
Only came out with 1 Academy Award.
1 Academy Award. But anyway, Sam Elliott was nominated for Best Supporting Actor. One of the better actors, gravelly voice, very good portrayal in that. Made me tear up a little bit in that movie too. This guy, he will die without an Oscar, and that's a shame. So sad.
Like, what's he done really other than that movie and Big Lebowski? What was he in? Like
Big Lebowski? No, he's been in a couple westerns. Big Lebowski, not really, because he was a voice in Big Lebowski. And
he was the narrator,
and he showed up at the end.
I'm just trying to think of what other movies he's been in. That
he has a couple westerns.
So this would have been his only chance to get one.
Pretty much.
Oh, so you're saying this is like his only shot?
Yeah.
Okay, fair enough.
Yeah. Rachel Weisz. For The Favorite. Probably should. Regina King was only in Beale Street Can Talk maybe about 10 minutes or so. But Rachel Weisz pretty much held up. Well, not really. I wouldn't say held up The Favorite, but integral part in The Favorite. Very well acted. Have you seen The Favorite, Wells?
No.
You should watch that. That should be your next movie to watch. Favorite's pretty good. So, Rachel Weisz. I had her pegged as supporting actress, but it wasn't meant to be. Won't You Be My Neighbor? Not even nominated for Best Documentary, and arguably one of the best movies of the year. Have you guys seen this movie at all?
Mr. Rogers?
Yes, Mr. Rogers documentary. It wasn't even nominated.
I wasn't nominated either.
Yeah. Really?
Did you see the movie that did win?
Free Solo. Free Solo. I'm gonna watch that. I'm gonna watch that. It's really good. Yeah.
You'll be
at least,
and then you'll be like, okay.
well, you've seen Won't You Be There? At least nominated.
I haven't seen that.
Oh, really? Oh,
but I mean, like, I'm trying to think of what could top Free Solo.
Yeah, Won't You Be There was pretty good. You the whole time you're watching, you're like, okay, something's bad's gonna happen. This guy can't be this nice. Something bad's gonna happen. You're like, oh, he is that nice.
Oh,
spoiler alert. Is that the whole thing?
Well, I don't need to see it.
You're gonna say?
Have you seen the Jim Carrey show?
I
think it's on like Showtime, based on basically Mr. Rogers. He's
I
like
heard
the modern day Mr. Rogers.
Yeah.
You heard it's not good. Watch 3 episodes of it.
I'm not gonna watch
It'll be fun.
Number 2, First Man. We're gonna look back at these Oscars. I think it only got nominated twice, I believe. Visual effects and sound mixing, I believe. We're gonna look back at this Oscars and wonder why this thing wasn't nominated more. You picked it for visual effects.
I'm gonna give myself a little Barry Horowitz pat in the back.
Yes.
I don't know if you guys follow the Oscars, like, betting wise.
No, I don't.
Okay. So...
Hey, wait. Can I finish my top 5?
Yeah,
and then we'll get into that. So, First Man, we're going to look back saying, hey, why didn't it get nominated? I don't even know why it didn't get nominated as much as it did. And number 1, Roma. Roma should have won Best Picture. Boom. That's my top 5. Yay. Continue, please, Wells.
Girls and Wine should have won Best Picture.
So... I always like to put a little money on some of the big underdogs.
Of course you do.
In the Oscars, because as it shows, if you bet on the favorites, you won't necessarily win. Like Glenn Close is minus 700 and didn't win, right? So I always try and find like a few nuggets here and there. And I was on Reddit and I was looking at like people who actually like take this seriously and like, okay, here's a reason why you should bet on special effects First Man. And I was like, okay, why? And they go, well, the Oscars are really old school, and that movie, for all their like special effects, they use miniatures.
Yes, they did.
Which is like a classic like thing for like they don't care about CGI anymore or anything. And that's what Avengers ever thought was going to win because wow, great.
It's the Avengers,
but like miniatures. So anytime in the future you see a movie doing miniatures, bet on it, and it was 3-1. I won some money off it. So
It was actually very effective when they used those miniatures. Have you seen the movie?
no, I haven't
Oh,
seen it.
damn it, man! I thought you watched it. That's
I
why
kinda
you picked
wanna
it.
see it. I
That's
kinda
why you
wanna
picked
see
it.
it.
That's like,
I kind of want to see it because the director is the guy who did Whiplash
yes.
and La La Land, but I won't see that. But
So
right,
It won. First Man won.
it won
For visual
best
effects.
visual effects.
Over Avengers. They beat Avengers.
Yeah, and just another Barry Horowitz pat on the back. I did win our contest.
In our picks, he won. The two ones that and if you listen to the podcast, I did shout you out. The two ones that you like picked over him was Green Book and
Yeah,
and
'Cause
First Man from and we were like, why did he pick Green Book?
because I didn't think the Academy was going to give a Netflix movie the best picture
I wish I knew that going in.
because they're
I
such
could 100
stubborn dorks.
Not stubborn doors.
But Roma won everything else.
Yeah.
They're like, oh, we will give you your due. Like this movie's tremendous.
But Hollywood
but,
is still
but
king.
we're not giving you the best picture.
Hollywood's still king. Yeah, exactly.
It's not going to age well. That's not going to age well. It as soon as it was done, it's not going to age well.
But I mean, one day it will change. But like,
Yeah.
not yet.
Well, I mean, looking back, everyone's going to be like, why didn't Roma win Best Picture?
Yeah, because
It's not gonna
I
age
haven't
well.
seen Green Book, but I heard it's like
It's good.
up
It's
there
nice.
with like Crash as like one of the worst.
No, it's
worst
not that
best
bad.
picture.
No, it's not that bad.
But then I also bet on Black Panther as like a dark horse to win because they started winning all like the technical stuff, right?
Yeah.
Like
yeah, you were
production
showing that
design.
in the group chat.
I thought they had a chance. And then I looked at the live bet for the Oscars, and their odds kept going down. I'm like, oh, wow.
But I had a hot take in the last.
It's not. It wasn't Black Year in the Oscars.
No,
Yeah, it was.
It was.
Did
Yeah,
you
it
see
was.
who won Best Supporting Actress, Best Supporting Actor?
No.
The first time
Supporting.
a black woman won for costume design and
Well, anything other than an
design.
actor
Yes,
award.
and
It was the first time since what, like the
Spike
80s?
Lee won for adapted screenplay.
Yeah.
Did you watch the Oscars?
No,
no,
I didn't watch
no,
the
you didn't Oscars.
Because,
Things to do.
because
Jesus.
Polar wasn't nominated.
Yeah. I'll put my movies on there.
It was a great year for everything in the Oscars.
So I don't know if you guys listened to the last podcast. I know you didn't, Smythe.
I have not.
You have not. You want me to-
I will.
I'll spoil my hot take anyway. I'll spoil my hot take here. So my hot take is for next year: Avengers, Star Wars Episode 9, Robert Downey Jr. and Kylo Ren. What's the guy's name? Adam Driver. Will all be nominated.
Okay.
Nominated?
All nominated.
Obviously.
What? Obviously, Star Wars has never got an acting nomination.
Never.
Oh, no. The guy who did Obi-Wan Kenobi got Best Supporting Actor nomination.
Which one?
The old guy in the original.
He did.
Yeah, I think so. Let me double check. I got this one, guys. Don't
I think Empire Strikes Back. No, they got.
They might have technical awards, but
They probably have technical
None of them have ever been nominated for Best Picture.
Yes, and I think the reason they're going to do that is because again, it's 10. They're just going to get nominated. I'm not saying they're going to win or not. They actually might win, but Avengers, they're going to. So it's like 10 years. All these movies.
Accumulated.
We're going to give you some kind of award for that, some kind of recognition. Robbie Downey Jr. is probably one of the better actors, so he's going to get nominated. Adam Driver, Kylo Ren is his best role. This is his best acting. He will get nominated. And again, Star Wars will get nominated for, again, you guys have done all this work over this long year, so we're going to nominate you for something. Whether they're going to win or not, I don't know.
Return of the King with
Yes.
Lord of the Rings.
Yes.
And yes, Alec Guinness is the actor who played Obi-Wan Kenobi in the original Star Wars, and he
Yeah,
was
nominated.
nominated for Best Supporting Actor.
Okay. So
there you go.
those are my hot takes from the pod. So tune into that. More movies podcast.
I'll add another hot take.
Go ahead.
Oh, no.
There will never be another host for the Oscars.
No, there will not be.
This worked out
No,
perfectly.
wait.
I
There
didn't
will,
even notice. Didn't even notice. Didn't care.
Didn't notice, didn't care. I'll say at least the next 3. At least will be no host. They're going to bring it back eventually.
Until they can find someone that's super clean.
No, they'll bring it back eventually. Because something will happen. They're going to like, oh, we need a host. They're going to bring it back eventually.
Maybe,
But
okay,
it was good.
If
I did,
ratings
yeah.
start going down,
Yeah.
they're like, oh, let's bring I don't know, Nick Cannon.
I mean, they had Kevin Hart.
But like, when you were watching, did you?
I didn't notice. I didn't care.
You didn't care. Exactly.
Yeah, I did not care.
Well, because, I don't know.
And really, what does a host do other than like the opening monologue
Yeah,
and then throw it to?
They do a crazy opening song, though, too. Like a spectacle.
No.
I don't know.
Queen played with what's his name?
Well, I mean, this one, but I mean, usually.
Did
Yeah, it was
Did I
Queen.
miss that?
Yeah, Queen was the opening act.
Did Seth MacFarlane do the Oscars one year?
Yeah, he
Yes.
did.
That was the best one ever. Wasn't
No, it wasn't.
it was the greatest thing you've ever seen.
That was
wasn't
probably one of the worst ever. Like Jimmy Kimmel's been doing it. He's doing an okay job. Like
I think
the worst
except for
was-
that pizza thing he did.
Yeah. I don't know. Billy Crystal was good, but that was just because I watched it when I was growing up. That's kind of like a.
Did he
nostalgia
came
thing.
back? Didn't he do it after Chris Rock?
Yeah, he did
recently?
a bunch, and
Yeah.
then Billy Crystal came back and did it.
So,
All right. New segment. I haven't named
please,
it.
yes.
I haven't named it yet.
I
You
totally
can't
forgot.
just not name segments.
I'm working on it.
That's the name of the segment then. I'm working on it.
Maybe. In
Well,
development.
when you
under construction.
Oh.
I'm not even sure.
when you spitball to us, maybe we can come up with a name. Go.
Yeah. So okay. So basically, what this segment's going to be, and we're going to try it out. If it works, it works. If it doesn't, it doesn't. You know, at least we tried. But I'm basically going to. It's going to be me in the driver's seat asking you guys a question. It's going to be like either or, and you have to choose. And this is not just sports. I have a couple like pop culture sort of things that I'll
Sweet.
spread out. But it's basically I'm going to give you a yes or no or an either and or. Okay. It's pretty easy. I got 4 for this one.
How about either or?
I was thinking that, but that's like pretty easy. Like,
Okay.
like we already have recommend Warren. Like
Yeah. Okay.
We're
That's
just
fine.
left
we're
or
working
right.
on it's under construction.
Left or right?
Maybe that's good, but that might screw with the political people because we don't want you going too hard, right? Okay. First question.
Are you
Fast-
shooting it? Okay, go on. Go on. You're
What's
in
up?
the driver's seat. No. You're in the driver's seat. Go.
Yeah.
Go,
This
go,
is me
go.
asking you guys.
Yeah. Go.
First question. Someone's on your. You gotta choose one of these players to be on your team.
Yeah.
Either or.
Yeah.
Pascal Siakam or Draymond Green.
Pascal Siakam.
Pascal Siakam.
Okay. Okay, that's it. That's basically the game.
Like a theme song going in and out.
This is a yes or no. I mean, let's to like just
How many you got? How many you got? Or
4.
4? All right, go.
But just to say, like Draymond Green's like what, like a 3-time All-Star?
3-time All-Star, 3-time champion.
Yeah, and you guys, no hesitation, said Pascal Siakam.
He just signed a clutch too. He just signed a clutch.
Who? Draymond?
Draymond Green.
Bang, bang.
What does that mean?
Going Lakers. Keep going.
Okay, this one I want to see if you guys. This is like a test.
Test.
Will Dalton Pompey make the opening day roster for the Blue Jays? Yes or no?
Will he be
What position does he play?
Outfield.
No.
Just to add
I'm trying
add
to
to
think.
this, he has no more options left. So if he's not on the opening day roster,
That's
he'll
it.
be through waivers.
No, you're right. No.
No?
No.
Okay. If LeBron James does not make the playoffs,
Who's bringing him up now?
if he does not make the playoffs, will your interest in the playoffs be less?
No.
Or will you be more interested?
More.
More interesting.
Really?
Yeah, I'm ready for playoffs without LeBron James.
Okay. Final question. Which is the better album? All Eyes on Me or Ready to Die?
Ready to Die. All Eyes on Me didn't shake the world.
Yes, it did. No, it didn't shake your world because you're on the East Coast. Man. All eyes on me.
Okay. That's been...
What was the
the
right
right
answer?
There is no right... That's the thing, there are no right answers to this.
I know.
It's opinion based. But if you want my take, I would have said Pascal Siakam as well. I'll say yes, Dalton Pompey will make the roster.
I'm trying to think who they play above him.
McKinney, and Hernandez. McKinney has options though. That's why they could send him down.
Oh, okay.
LeBron, I be more interested in the playoffs? Yes, obviously. And I took Ready to Die as well.
All right.
But it wasn't easy.
That was the hardest one.
I always took Big over Tupac. No questions asked.
Anyways, that's a new segment. We're trying it out. Hopefully it sticks.
Are you gonna do it every week?
Well, it's quick. That only took us, 5 minutes?
I'm just ask questions. You do it every week.
I use like segments to follow flow. So you get built up and excited for it, right?
Yeah.
Because there are people out there who's like, oh, I can't wait to see what top 5 is. Because Wells got next top 5, so it's like, oh, Wells, can't wait to see what
I
it is.
never got top 5.
You just had one recently.
You had the last one.
I don't do it enough.
It just see it goes like every
I
month.
don't do it enough.
It goes every month, so you're like, oh.
Is the tournament
You get,
starting
like-
next week?
Yes. Do you have it? You want me to set it in the app?
Tournament.
The same tournament we did last year. You ask us every time.
Yeah, he doesn't know what it is. It's fine. But can I spoil this here?
On the topic?
Yep.
Sure, go ahead.
So this year we're going to be breaking down the greatest musical group of all time.
I knew you were gonna do that.
I know. It's a
Did you break it into divisions like I
what-
suggested?
I'm not. I thought about having divisions, but I was like, it's not really fair, and we can have some crazy different matchups if we just like go all.
But
over
it
the
does
place.
make it crazy because then you're going hip hop against hip hop, and then a rock group has to beat the hip hop group in it. Like, but anyway, it's your thing.
Anyway.
I'll send you the app so you can set it up.
And what I'm going to do is I'm going to ask everyone who's ever been on the show to have a vote. So the votes might even come down to the three of us.
Are you going to
on
ask
here.
people?
I'm going to.
Follow this one up.
Here's
We're gonna come back in the show. What did Sep say? Who?
I'll be like, Meg, did Smythe ever contact you? Like, who?
My goal is to have 7 or 9 judges. I want
You know how many people have been on
fans.
the show?
Oh man, there's no shot that you keep this up.
I want the fans to be 1. So the listeners will have 1 vote. And
Oh wait, how are you gonna do this? Are you gonna put it on Instagram?
I'm going to put it Instagram and Twitter.
There's no way he's keeping this up. There's no way you're keeping this up.
And it's going to be...
You know, this tournament goes for like a month and a half, right?
Yeah, I'm hoping it's going to be the greatest spectacle that's ever happened. So,
Okay, well, I mean, we
Yeah.
all have dreams and aspirations,
right?
Doesn't the division come out in a couple of weeks?
Yeah.
Yeah, you're done. You're not gonna... Make sure you show us how to do this too, so we can all. Pick
So you
up
can
the
all
slack.
share.
No, he's doing this all by himself.
Well, I don't want us to be in like week 2 of it, and people are like, "So, what are the results?" And I'm like, "I don't know. Our guy's playing the division right now."
Definitely week 2 is gonna be over. It's like, yeah, I'm done. This is gonna be between us 3.
I'm actually okay with the doubt right now.
Prove us wrong.
Exactly.
All right, let's go home stretch.
All right, home stretch. Let's burn through these. So we did Celtics. Actually, do you want to talk about Celtics a little bit? Got blown out by the Raptors, 118-95.
It's like the annual trip to Toronto. They get dummied.
It's just a loss. Like people freak
This happened
out,
exactly. You know why I know this happened exactly the same time last year? Because I went to the game this time last year.
Yeah.
And it was like the exact same thing. And then what they do after that? They did fine. They did all right.
Who, the Rapters or
No,
Celtics?
the Celtics.
That was a different Celtics team. No, the reason is
Because
no.
what's
well,
so
it
different?
didn't have Kyrie Irving. It didn't
Kyrie
have,
wasn't
Yeah, they
playing
did.
at that
Last
point.
year?
He was done for the year at that point.
Last year?
Yeah.
No, he was playing.
All right, maybe.
when was he injured? I don't remember when he got injured.
They didn't have Gordon Hayward.
Yeah, Gordon Hayward was gone.
But watching him, I'm like,
Oh,
whoa,
it's
that
sad.
guy makes that much money.
When did he get hurt though? Was it just
Kyrie?
before the playoffs?
I
Yeah.
don't know, man. I don't keep tabs on him.
Okay.
Or for the playoffs, maybe.
Yeah, whatever.
I don't know. Let's talk about other players, and then now we talk about other player, and he's like,
Yeah.
I don't know. I don't know that guy.
Look, you asked me when he got injured last year. I didn't know he got injured, to be honest.
See, like
What are you talking about? They made that playoff run without him. Remember?
that's the whole entire.
That was the
point
whole.
of-
That was the whole point.
But like Gordon Hayward,
What about him?
that guy's making too much money.
If he didn't break his foot, he'd probably be fine. But he broke his foot.
You know why
Probably
they keep
needs
playing him?
time.
Because apparently he is the best player in practice.
That's great. That's good.
He works so hard in practice.
Apparently he's the best. Is this when he gets out on the court? You
They're
just
paying
can't
him
do it.
$34 million. That's why they're paying
to
him.
practice hard. Okay,
Can't
good for
trade
you.
a guy that's not on the court. You got.
But it's not just a loss. It's what's happening around this team. Well, Kyrie Irving
This team's
pretends he's a leader of the team,
spontaneous.
and nobody likes him.
But Jason Tatum isn't even that good. Like he's okay,
I
but
think
he's
they're
not
already,
even that good.
Well, did you see the game when Kyrie Irving was out? They all played fine and fantastic.
They love playing without Kyrie Irving.
When he's not there and they know he's not going to play,
Doesn't-
they play
okay.
fantastic.
All
He's not
these-
leader of the team.
All these pending free agents, don't you just hate all of them?
Yes,
Like think about all these free agents
yes,
and start with they're all like
they're all
high
happy.
maintenance,
Yes,
like annoying sidekicks.
The NBA breeds
Kevin Durant.
these players.
Jimmy
It does.
Butler,
it does.
Kyrie Irving.
Klay Thompson.
No, he's
Yeah.
fine. Kawhi Leonard. These are all
Well,
pending,
Kawhi Leonard hasn't said anything.
but he plays once a week.
I don't think that's him. I honestly don't think
Look,
that's
man,
him. But
he
does,
has.
Yeah.
And then you're like, oh, how do you like the weather? Oh, I just go from parking garage to parking garage.
What do you want him to say? I love it.
Yo, that guy doesn't.
Do you
want-
like the winter? No,
that,
you don't.
That guy has zero ties in this city.
Just saying, all these free agents, pending free agents,
That's not what I heard.
are high maintenance
Yeah, they are.
wussies.
That this league creates that. If you're gonna
And
generate
next
money,
year, same stuff's gonna happen again with the next pending free agents.
that's what this league is. Half of the buzz in this league is where these guys going to play next, right?
It is.
And that's why most of these
I'm kind of
guys
annoyed.
don't sign long-term deals. That's why the 5-year
It's not most
deal,
of these guys. It's some of them. It's some of them.
you're not getting a guy for 5 years or whatever.
No, it's only
it
some
is.
of them. It's Durant. It's LeBron, which he signed a long-term deal.
Yeah, it's Kawhi.
Kawhi Leonard. No, Kawhi never. No, Kawhi signed a long-term deal. He got
Did you
traded.
say LeBron signed a long-term deal?
4 years.
he just
4
signed.
years.
4 years.
Well,
That's
as
long.
long as
That's
he
long
sign-
term.
He can't sign anything else.
Can't sign anything else.
In the NBA, the longest
But
you
that's
sign
not
is
long term.
the longest you can sign is
That's
5.
long term in the NBA.
Bryce Harper just signed a 13-year
but you
contract.
can't-
And that
in the
was
NBA,
stupid.
in the NBA, you can't do that though. Even if someone wanted
Only
to
if
sign,
he's on their team, right?
no, there's and it's 5 is
Five.
the most. So
Five
you
is the
can't
most.
you can't physically sign anymore. If you leave your team, you can only sign 4. So you sign the max, money, and
I know, but
time
when you
could.
say long term, I think
in the NBA,
Well,
that's long-term.
compared to other sports, no, that's not long term, but it is long term in the NBA. Quite frankly, I think the NBA has the perfect length of contracts
for who?
for both team and player.
Because half the hype is where these guys are going to play.
Yeah.
Right.
Well, you don't get. Let's say Bryce Harper gets hurt year 4.
Yeah,
They're screwed.
yeah. I agree.
Yeah.
Connor McDavid, again, if he gets hurt or he falls off a cliff, they're screwed because they have to pay him for 10 years now.
I don't know if you guys heard today,
What?
but Toronto sports media is already saying Connor McDavid's going to come to Toronto soon, which I don't understand how it's going to work. But they're like, he is so fed up with Edmonton.
Who said that?
Jeff Blair said he would be the third line center.
But
on the-
I've never
on the
heard that.
Leafs.
All the hockey pucks said Connor McDavid is not fed up in Edmonton. He's fine.
I agree. It's just idiots being idiots.
Oh, I don't think he's
gonna-
fine.
How would he come
But did
here?
you see him last night? Like, that was his worst
Oh,
game
yeah.
he's played. He was terrible.
No, but there are 2 guys literally trailing the whole game. Every time he was on the ice, there are 2 people trailing the whole
Yeah,
game.
but like that team is
Not one
garbage.
person
that
trailing.
team's cheeks. Man.
Yeah, and they only scored 2 goals with 2 people on one guy. Like Tavares and the D-man there.
Marner.
No, the D-man. We're literally assigned to make sure Connor McDavid doesn't score.
Because that's all you have
goals.
to do.
Yeah.
That's literally all you have to do.
Exactly.
Like I said, Draisaitl should probably be playing with him and bring up Nugent or Nugent Hoskin. One of the two should be playing with him, and then whatever. But that team's just whatever, or trade them. We've talked about
Just do what you normally do.
We talked about
Get rid of them all.
But again, like I was saying with the Celtics, it's not just a loss; it's what's going on around them. Like the contention in the locker room is, and they were supposed to be one of the best teams. You guys both had the Raptors number 1.
7 wins, man.
Yeah, you guys both had the Raptors. I had the Celtics number 1.
Yeah.
You guys had the Celtics number 2, and they're nowhere near that.
Your boy Bill Simmons, 67 wins.
67 wins.
And he's backed out of that very hard. He's backed off that very, very hard. So,
You can't. I say all the time. There's only one ball, and when those kids were good.
but what does that
And
mean?
his name is Lonzo.
Yes.
No, I'm saying when
Isn't there only one ball when the Raptors play?
yeah.
Isn't there only one ball when the Golden State Warriors
But how
play?
many proven players? On
So
the
what does that
Toronto
mean when
Raptors?
you say one ball?
Because the Boston Celtics were 1 game away from the NBA Finals without Kyrie Irving or Gordon Hayward. Now you insert those guys to take those kids minutes, and they were 1 game from the NBA Finals. They're not going to be happy, and I don't care team, system, whatever. They're going to be like every time they don't have the ball, like yo, I'm good enough. I was there already.
I think it's Kyrie Irving. I honestly believe it's Kyrie.
But
Irving.
it's Kyrie because of what?
Because when Kyrie Irving's not there, they're fine. They play even Gordon Hayward with that paying him whatever how
Kind
much
of like
money.
when the Raptors played without Kawhi Leonard. They're 13-4.
Did they got beat last time? They got
Yeah,
13-4 without him, and they just lost.
They were 12-1. So this is lately they have not been winning when he doesn't play. But all I'm saying is that
But I'm saying the rest of the team plays fine when he's not
I
there.
know
He's
the team without
they
him.
don't like him.
The team without him has been almost the NBA Finals. That's my point I'm trying to
Yeah,
make.
they don't like him.
So when he comes back, they're like, we don't really need you, and they don't. So
Is it crazy to think that because NBA, I feel like, is always evolving and changing,
Yes,
and like quickly.
yes, very.
Is
quick.
it crazy to think that this whole 10-year run of having a top 3 or like a big three is starting to lose? Like, with I'd say once, like, say the Golden State Warriors are done, that like that's kind of switching over now to more team-based play and like not necessarily bench mob or like depth, but like because it seems like what I'm witnessing now is all these like big name players. I mean, Golden State's the exception, but like all these big name players like stacking up on teams. Like, look at the best teams in the NBA right now. Denver don't have big 3.
Yeah, team.
Milwaukee don't have a big 3. Raptors don't have a big 3. You know what I mean? Like, it seems like that whole big 3 thing is starting to.
But they have stars. The Raptors do have quote unquote stars.
They have
stars.
2 All Stars.
they have 2 All-Stars and most improved
Siakam.
player.
But like you get what I'm saying? It's like you
I
know how
understand.
like Boston ran the table, Miami, Golden State.
Yeah.
Like I think
I
that
don't-
whole like thing is starting to fade
Go
away, and we're evolving into more I don't know, more dynamic coaching and
Teams,
like
yeah.
and teamwork.
I don't think that big 3 formula is going to go away because that's always been the NBA. It's from the beginning of it.
But I'm saying, like, how successful is it going to be? Like, look at this year. The best teams.
Yeah.
I know it's regular season, and once the playoffs comes, it's different. But like
now, the building of the team that where players get together and say, "Hey, we're just going to get together and just build a team," that won't be an automatic. It's going to work. That I think players will figure that out. It's like, okay, just because, like, for example, let's say, Kevin Durant and Kyrie Irving go to New York. I don't think they're going to win anything.
No, that's what I mean.
Yeah, I don't think they're going to win anything, and they'll find out
they're not going to be the best team.
The
anywhere.
egos and the narcissism is going to start taking over, and it's becoming more of a brand for the players as opposed to winning on the court. Yeah. It's more of like, how can I boost my brand? I don't care how well I do on this team.
I think they do want to win.
Especially a guy like Durant, like, he doesn't care anymore. He won his championship.
Yeah, he won his championship.
Durant's a winner, though, man.
I think they.
Durant's winning.
That look was great. That look was great.
Durant is winning.
Yeah, he's winning because he jumped the coattails of guys who are just as good as him.
No, see, Durant winning and Durant is a winner. Two different things in my book.
I don't know, man. When he wins his third championship in a row this year, what are you going to say?
He's on Golden State Warriors. Anyways, I had a point. I forgot it.
I just think, and it's not just NBA. It's all sports. Analytics are now becoming more prevalent, and they're becoming real. And it's like you start building teams around what will make your team work and finding a way how it works.
You're right, but it's not. So the leagues went to a 3-point shooting league.
Yes.
So a superstar that doesn't shoot threes doesn't have the same value.
Well, now the new superstars will be
not true.
Guys who can do everything.
Not true.
Not true.
Not true. Who's the best player in the league right now?
Well,
Giannis.
James Harden.
No, Giannis.
Yeah, it's true. Giannis doesn't know how to shoot three.
But that's going to cost them in playoffs when they don't win the championships because you can't.
They got other guys.
They got other guys that shoot threes.
Everyone else.
The whole team.
Everyone else.
But I think, you could also use it as an argument. Okay, he's not the best. He's not the best 3-point shooter. He might be the best player in the world, but because he's so good at what he does, that he, can, if you have guys who can shoot the three, he can give it to
everyone
them.
else shoots three.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, so it's a 3-point shooting
necessarily you're not the best player because you can't shoot a three, but how well do you make your team work?
Yeah. Well, I think the role of the superstar is changing. So the superstar now isn't the guy that sits back and chucks up threes. How you're going to win is your superstar is going to drive the lane. Either LeBron James, and he's surrounded with shooters because anyone could shoot. There are guys out there that are not super athletes in the NBA because they're knocking down threes.
That's not really.
Who's the Aussie? Who's the Aussie in Utah? That guy's a monster. I'll take my team any day.
Who?
The Aussie in Utah.
Ingles?
Yeah, monster.
Joe Harris, baby.
Joe Harris, right? Yeah. Those guys were NBA players 5 years ago, and that's just the reality of it, right? And now you have,
but because of guys like Giannis, who get so much attention on the court, you can have those guys who just
I would say there's not just one way to, because everyone's like, oh, you need to shoot threes. I don't think you need to shoot threes. There's different ways of playing, and I think Giannis
went without it.
Huh?
How many teams went without it?
Every team before Golden State went without it.
Yeah, I'm saying the league switched. Now it's a 3-point shooting
but
league.
Giannis is.
That's what I'm trying to say.
There's other ways to skin a cat.
The league is evolving. It's changing.
Milwaukee's one of the best 3-point shooting teams in the league.
Yeah, but
Chris
Giannis
Middleton, baby.
Yeah, but Giannis is the guy in the middle, and he's basically putting up Shaq numbers. Yeah. Giannis is the guy in the middle.
Because he's not shooting.
No, I just don't think shooting is the end all and be all. But sorry, to your point where you think I think these players do want to win.
Yeah,
I think that's the point of them ganging up. They want to win. They don't want to be Charles Barkley. They don't want to be Karl Malone.
But we're looking at like all these like teams.
That's why they team
falling apart and like.
They're gonna find.
And you guys are like Boston, man. Like, look at all the talent they have, but then they had this one guy who's a cancer. And then you look at like LeBron, you were talking about, and like, well, I don't get it when he's not there. Like the other guys, like have good numbers. They obviously don't win as much, but like, and then you know what I mean? Like, it's just like I think the league is evolving into something more analytics based and more fact based. Like instead of being a superstar based.
And a lot of times it's guys learning, because Kyrie Irving, I think he thinks this is what he's supposed to do.
Yeah,
because LeBron did,
and he doesn't want to accept any other role.
Yeah,
or be like he doesn't want his numbers to go down. Yeah. To still like he can still be a good player, but not be the same player he's always been.
Yeah, this is how LeBron did it, and LeBron was a leader of the team, and everyone calls me the leader of the team. So this is how I'm going to do it, and it's rubbing them the wrong way.
Yeah, he
has to learn now. I have to do it differently. Like he's figuring out the hard way.
He is a scoring point guard.
I know, but he wants to be LeBron.
Yeah, but
he wants to be LeBron
but
James.
When he was playing with LeBron, he was dropping 40 a night.
He hated the way LeBron treated him.
Yeah, that's who he is. he's not needed on this basketball team. That's the real situation of it. They don't need his 25
No, but
points
he's not the
a night.
leader. If he just understood, he's not leader of the team.
But if he still took the same shots, they're going to be mad him the same way. It's the problem is that those guys want theirs.
It's like,
and they got theirs together without Kyrie Irving.
It's like when you're drafted in the NHL. Say you play you play hockey your whole life in juniors, and you're the top scorer for your team.
Yeah.
But then you go to the NHL. Not everyone in the NHL is going to have high scoring, right? You got to have your third and fourth liners.
Yeah.
You have to accept that you are not the best at this, or you're not as good as you were, and you have to learn your role now.
Nick Kyprios. He was one of the highest scoring guys in junior.
Well, anyone who gets drafted is,
and then he
He's
became
one of the highest scoring guys.
scorer.
Yeah.
and then he came to the league and he was a goon.
Yeah.
No,
but
but
you have to figure out what you're good at and help the team.
Yeah.
And a lot of these stars who are declining or it's not working with their team, they have to realize, well, what can I... They're not worrying about what can I do better with the team. They're worrying about what can I do better for myself.
Well,
and that's why there's like...
do you think the solution is Kyrie Irving has to take a back seat?
Yes. Not as far as points are concerned, but
no. Hey, you can
stop.
You can still be a
talking,
leader.
Yes.
You can still be a leader.
By example.
Exactly. And you can still do other things other than being the focal point. Right? Like, and, you know, I'm not the biggest Kyle Lowry fan, but, like, he knows his role, right? He knows what to do and how to do it. And it works in that system with the team.
Well, Kyle Lowry is a good example because he is the leader of the Raptors. But he's not the best player.
No, but, like,
he
he knows what to do.
Yeah.
And he knows what the system is. And he knows how everyone's a part of it.
Kyrie Irving is the best player on that team, but he's not the leader of the team. He should let the leaders
But
lead.
he wants to be the guy who goes out and does everything. He wants to be the Russell Westbrook of the team, right?
And he wants to go in there and call everyone out. And everyone's like, no, dude, no. Because what I heard is Marcus Smart and Horford are the leader of the teams. But he's not letting them lead type thing. So...
Well, because when those other guys run around, those are the guys who are like, let's do this together.
It's an ego problem.
And those, and they don't have the ball in their hands, right?
Yeah.
And I think I think more teams will be more successful if they have less egos and more people willing to do everything.
Well, like the point I'll make to go against that is the Anthony Davis mania, right? Every team in the league is getting ready to put a package together to try to get another star.
Will they though?
Right?
Because he didn't go anywhere.
Yeah.
Want another hot take?
What? He's going to stay there.
Anthony Davis.
He just plays out his contract.
Think about it. Where would you go? Where would you go for Anthony Davis?
The Knicks.
Yeah, that team's gonna be trash.
I just want to go play New York.
So okay, wait. Play it out logically. So if you're gonna go to the Knicks, you're gonna lose that money. So
no, if he gets traded there, he doesn't lose anything.
He's not gonna get traded there because they don't have anything to trade.
They don't.
They don't have anything to trade. So you want to go play with Lakers with LeBron? So he'll yell at you.
That's why I play in New York.
You want to go play in Boston where you got Kyrie Irving?
I know.
Kyrie's a free agent.
Yeah, that's true.
I'm gonna go play in New York.
But why wouldn't you stay? Pelicans already know who you are. Your stuff's already there.
Because you can be the king in New York.
And you're gonna get $75 million.
Yeah, but you can be the king in New York, and that's worth more than $75 million.
Yeah. That's what I'm saying. Is it's okay? You can be the king of New York, but what? Who cares?
Who cares?
Like,
what is
New York? New York wants to win now.
You get to live in.
Okay, wait. What is being the king of New York?
Yeah.
New York done for Melo? What did that do for Melo?
Endorsement.
What did it do for anyone?
What did it do for Amar Stoudemire?
Endorsement.
Okay, so this is what I'm talking about now. Is the league? You're talking about being like I'm separating the brands from the players.
Yeah, but you can't separate. They play basketball to make money. So when you try to separate the money aspect,
we're talking about teams that are going to win in the future. It's not about the teams. It's not about the brands.
If Anthony Davis wins in New Orleans, they make money.
Not as much.
No. This is what players don't understand, and this goes back to the ego type thing. They think, and this is what John Wall did. John Wall's a perfect example of this. They think I'm in the basketball league. Give me my shoe deal. Give me this. Give me. No, it doesn't work that way. Even LeBron James said it. You have to win first. You have to win, and then that stuff comes. So if Anthony Davis stays there,
not for all of them.
Yes, you have to win.
Does John Wall not have a shoe deal?
No. He wanted a shoe deal, and he didn't get it.
I'm sure he has a shoe deal, just not.
No, he doesn't have a shoe deal.
Right, whatever. He's not making $40 million a year. The point is, it's a job. At the end of the day, they're there to make money.
I know, but he's getting $47 million.
Yeah, but like that's not the point. There's more we're talking about here.
No, but what you have to go with what their ambitions are. It's not about what we think at this point. I know. It's why they make their choices.
But everyone's gonna see. Okay, say Kyrie and Kevin Durant go to New York. Like, do you think that team's gonna do well?
No.
No, and
but
like my
they'll compete.
My counter to that.
First of all, they have a home series for sure.
They'll compete.
At the end of the year, they have a home series. They'll be top 4
I'm
seeds.
just saying, is my counter to saying all these stars are going to go somewhere and the league is changing, that won't matter anymore.
Yeah. But I don't...
Golden State, I think, is over.
When the playoffs
Your theory,
start...
if there's only one ball, is going to eventually catch up to that team.
When the playoffs begin and the bench is shortened, having a deep team doesn't really matter as much. You're going to see a lot of those teams fall off. At the end of the day, we hope the Raptors will be there, right? We want the Bucks because they're a good team to be there, right? Golden State, they're going to be there. Does that make sense? Houston Rockets, potentially they're going to be there because they have the star power to do it, right? The Denver Nuggets might get upset in the first round, might get upset in the second round because they don't have the star power.
I know, but
and that's
what I'm saying is it
maybe
might
1 year.
change now.
Yeah, exactly. Maybe it's changing, but like maybe it's not.
Maybe it's not.
Another super team comes along.
I don't think it
and
will,
that's the
but
whole deal.
the way teams build teams, because I still think you need those 3 guys, that big three or whatever you want to call it. You still need it in the NBA. We'll see.
But Jamal Murray, Jokic, and Moutier.
They're gonna have to get a bigger guy.
It's not a big
Moutier?
A lot of people that say Moutier.
But you also have to go win in Denver, which it's very hard to do.
Not really. Melo did.
Just ask Denver.
Melo did.
Go on, guys.
Yeah.
Well, they're the best home team in the league, right?
Yeah, they are. And the Raptors.
But look at their road record.
Altitude.
Yeah,
What's the
altitude.
How bad is the road
I
record?
think they're 1 over 500 in a road.
No. They're all
Oh,
right.
sorry.
They're fine.
The 30 games clear 500.
Yeah, so they couldn't be that. Yeah,
Anyways, what's
so,
next?
Let's knock these ones out. Nolan
Arenado
Signs
signs an extension for 8 years, 260 million clams.
Guess
Thank
who he's making more than per year?
Yeah, but that's fine.
I'm just saying.
But he's the better player, so he deserves it.
Better than Bryce Harper?
Yep.
Okay.
Just look at the numbers.
I said okay. I'm
3
not even
Golden Gloves.
going to
6.
doubt you.
6 Golden Gloves.
He's been in the league.
He plays
6
third
years.
base. Harper plays outfield.
He's been in the league for 6 years, and he has. And the first year, he only played 3/4 of the season.
Still got
He has never played a season where he didn't win a Golden
Yeah,
Glove.
basically.
He is a better player.
And he
Harper's bat's better.
Nope. Look at the numbers, man. It's not even close. Harper had one.
Nolan hits
crazy
more
year.
home runs?
He's never.
Home runs aren't.
No, he has more. If you look at their comparison, Nolan Arenado is a better average, home runs, more RBIs, better OPS over the 6-year span, and it's not even close. Harper has 2 really good years.
Yeah.
Arenado has 5 really good years and 1 rookie year that wasn't that great.
Okay, yeah.
It's not even close. He is the better player. He might be. Yeah, I don't know, man.
Yeah, I rate any guys who play in the infield. I rate them a lot higher than the
the
outfield
outfield?
guys.
So the 3 biggest baseball deals ever signed, the 3 biggest contracts
Within a
ever
week.
signed, have
Within
been
a
done
week. And 3 months before, everyone's like, the league's broken.
Now he signed an extension rather
Yes.
than going to free agency.
Which I'm surprised. I really am surprised.
Well, if it's
Now-
that much, who cares?
No, I'm guessing he's seeing the labor strife coming, and he wanted to get signed before
Well,
that happened. Well,
like-
it's 3 years away, but I think he sees that coming.
If
He
you
wants
can
to re-up.
3 years early, not hit free agency,
He's going to be a
and
free
for
agent
your
next year.
and for your top years, you're gonna make the same amount of money. I think he makes a little bit less than what Machado's gonna make, right?
No, he's making.
Because he would make 24, 8
He's
years.
making 35
24.
million a year.
Oh, then he's top
Machado is making 30.
30. So he's at
He's
the
a
top.
top position player.
He's number 1. Who's making more than him?
per year.
Greinke.
Per year.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, per
Anyway.
year. It's not necessarily the most. And he's not making the most. It's just per that. Per
Well,
year.
I just go
Look,
by
he's
like
getting paid.
per
He
season.
deserves it. He's setting the standard for the next guys like Mookie Betts,
I don't know.
Christian Yelich, all these guys.
It was the extension that good signing.
I
He
didn't know
deserved
if
it.
he
It
was
was the
gonna stay
extent. It was the
there. I didn't know he
extension
was
that I'm
gonna
like,
stay there.
he signed an extension. I'm like, okay.
Good for him, man. And he's only 27.
Denver's a nice city to live in, I tell you, boy. Johnny Manziel,
See ya, bud.
Alouettes let him go. Basically, the league let him go.
CFL let him go.
They banned him from the CFL basically.
Um,
He just cut post-season interviews or post-season meetings and stuff. He just
Yeah.
stopped showing up.
he probably failed. Some
Well, you
drug
want to go
tests.
play in the AAF.
Yeah, he just done. He's done with
Sure,
conflict of
you sure the
interest.
AFF is there?
That's why he's going. He's going to go play there.
Oh, what I heard is he failed tests and then the CFL.
Oh,
got
I
rid
don't
of him.
know. That's like the rumor, but
Because
the
why-
actual like
Because why would the Alouettes let him go? Because they gave up 2 number 1
know.
draft picks for him.
To get him.
So there's no way they would have just gave him up on him like that. But
Well,
it's
I heard he just stopped showing up.
First of all, like their draft picks, like cares in
CFL draft picks
Yeah,
are Canadian.
like,
You're
sorry.
basically drafting Canadians. Yeah, so whatever. But it's still, it's a high price.
You're
though.
not drafting
And,
Canadians. You're just drafting players.
Canadian talent.
No, you can draft who you want.
but he's also trash. Like
Yeah.
he did nothing.
He's also not the best quarterback on the team.
yeah.
There's also that, right?
Who's the quarterback on the team?
I don't know the next guy.
They got a guy. I forget his name right now. They're like they
He's
got
not
a
good.
guy
He's
that's
not
better than him, right? And I'm like, yeah, I wouldn't start him next year either. Point is though, he's gonna go play in the AAF, and he's not gonna do well there.
You
either.
sure the AAF is going to go?
No, I don't know if he's gonna go play, but he's pursuing the AAF.
Yeah.
You sure the AAF wants him?
Yeah, he'll play. Why not?
Why not, man?
He's
They
the biggest
need
name player they have.
With all the mess that comes with Johnny Manziel, you sure the AAF wants him?
Yeah.
No, I don't
If
think
I
so.
was an AAF GM right now, I'd take him tomorrow.
wouldn't take him.
Why?
They don't have GM.
I'll just take the
I wouldn't.
media frenzy.
No.
That's all.
Nope, I wouldn't take him.
I
You're
said
trying to
it.
legitimize. You're trying to legitimize your league, and you want to bring in this clown show.
Yeah. I remember when the Master P tried out for the Raptors? How is that guy not on the roster? How is he not 15th?
Because he wasn't good.
How is he not 15th? Yo, he was dropping straight. Remember he was scoring. Remember that?
Because he wasn't good.
Remember Master P was knocking down
You done?
threes?
You done?
Look, the AAF was struggling to pay their players, and if they can bring in
Week 2.
someone, yeah, like he's gonna come in.
He'll be there. Don't worry.
No, I don't
bring
think. I don't. I don't
bring
think slam
eyeballs.
dunk. No, I don't think slam dunk. I don't think anything's gonna bring.
If they don't sign him, they're going bankrupt in week 5. You gotta think of it
No,
that
they're
way.
fine.
They have a
no, they're
dude
fine.
who's gonna fund
They're
them.
fine. They're fine. No, we can go into that. Thomas Dundee of the Hurricane
Bailed out the league.
bailed out of the league, so they weren't going to make payroll in week 2.
That's
In week 2, they weren't going to make payroll.
right.
So he basically bailed them out for $250 million. He's basically the commissioner of the
He
league
has
now.
he has 250.
I am the captain now.
Yeah, he has $250 million to be like, here, pay your players.
Well, he's gonna see it back, hopefully.
No, he's not. That's the problem. But anyway, keep going.
I listened to an interview with him on Prime Night Sports. I don't know if you listened to that one, Wells. He seems pretty confident he's going to get that money back.
Yeah. Well,
I would be.
keep this thing afloat. Well, the whole thing is like you want I think the whole thing about this league, and we've talked about this before.
And if wants a feeder league.
They want the NFL to take them on as a D league type thing.
The problem is that with so many kids coming out of the draft, are you ever taking someone from that league and putting them on the field? No.
No, it's not about that. It's about developing. Because right now, let's say for example, you're I don't know, a team in the NFL. How many quarterbacks can you actually have on your roster?
2.
2. Now, if you
But
have if you have a development league, you can put 2 more down there.
No, but you
and
have,
develop
you have a practice squad of 10 players. One of them can be a quarterback. So you have to get rid of your practice
But how many
squad.
times? No, they don't really have quarterbacks in the practice squad. Not that many.
I don't know. Like, any team can have whatever they want. So one team can have 5.
I know, but they
feel
don't really
like it.
put quarterbacks in the practice league.
I have no idea. I don't know.
But that's the whole thing about the development leagues, right? You can put guys now on the development league.
But so
and develop
are you going to
other guys.
develop a player instead of getting a guy in the draft that can play right now?
No, you're going to do that eventually.
No,
but you
because-
have got. That's what the NBA does. That's what NHL does. That's what baseball does.
Yeah.
You have guys down there they can go.
NFL drafts 7 players every year.
Yeah.
And there's players all over the place that are NFL caliber. So if a guy's not NFL caliber, you're not going to be like, maybe in 2 years he'll be NFL ready. No one ever is NFL ready in 2-3 years of playing in a lower league.
we don't
Doesn't
know that
happen.
yet.
You don't know that.
It doesn't happen.
Because
You know, that's what they said about the NBA before, and now what?
No,
They
the
have
NBA's,
G
the
League.
NBA's different. You had leagues going already that had...
What leagues?
What leagues?
In
Tons
North
of,
America.
Yeah, you had tons of leagues going.
What leagues in North
I
America?
can't name them for you.
Because
There
you
were
don't. Because
none.
they weren't there.
No,
there were none.
players
No,
were-
there was in Europe. It was Europe.
No,
Guys
man.
came from Europe.
Players were playing...
In what?
But they weren't becoming NBA players, right? But the NFL, the NBA has a different issue. The NBA, you're picking 2 players a year, right?
Yeah.
If you don't have an NBA, so your pool of nothing, you needed a feeder league.
But now with the G League, you can bring guys up and down.
exactly,
to fill
you
spots.
need a feeder league in that league. In the NBA, you need
No, they
it.
didn't. They just developed. They just came up with it. This is very new.
I
How
know.
long is it? How old is the D League?
Like 10 years?
Like 10 years.
But I'm saying
this is something new.
I'm saying they need it because where are you going to get your players from? Where do
According to
have-
you, the draft.
But the
according
draft
to
is,
you.
the draft is 2 rounds in the NBA.
According to you, get the draft.
Yeah, but it's 2 rounds.
It wasn't always 2 rounds.
Yeah,
How
it
much
was.
was before?
No, it wasn't. It wasn't.
When's the last time it was in 2 rounds?
80s.
Before I was born.
When they had shorts like that were up to my cock and
Right,
balls.
like the NFL drafts a lot of players. They have a practice squad.
Okay.
They're not going to be like, let's take this quarterback and see if he can play in the NFL. It's just not going to happen. Anyway, That was going under.
Huh?
XFL for life, bro.
I don't think the XFL's going to come out.
I'm just.
I honestly don't even think the XFL's going to come out now. Like, if the AFT is doing this, the AFT is doing
The
this,
XFL has no chance.
what chance does the XFL have?
I heard that the AAF went to Vince McMahon
This is early on.
to take the XFL name.
Yeah, that was early on, though.
And Vince McMahon was like, actually, I'm going to bring it back. You can't have my name. And goes and has a press conference.
Yeah, that was like 2 or 3 years ago.
I don't think he knows what he's doing.
I don't know.
And he's like 70. So.
And he's like
And
70.
he is 70.
Yeah, if in the Pacific Coast League, I don't know when that's going to even... Well, that's something different, though. That's high school players, though.
Yeah.
That's high school players.
That's totally different. And like, I wish that
I
worked.
think one of these leagues can succeed. But it's only going to be one.
The best chance, I think, is that high school league. Because they're just not going to college. They're going there instead.
So.
And if you have top talent going there for salaries, the NFL's not
I
going to
used to think it was a Pacific Coast League, but now
Yeah.
I think it's that.
Yeah. Because they have money behind it?
No, if they can get... Well, now they got money behind it, and now if they can get the...
They came first.
Yeah, if they get the NFL behind it now.
Yeah, well...
It's just
They came first.
Any
Yeah.
league the NFL gets behind, obviously, is now funded, and now it's wins.
So
right?
now you don't even have... Like, if this takes off, and it's going to take a while.
Yeah.
If it takes off, you don't need a practice squad now.
Yeah, that would be the... If they do any other league, the practice squad's going.
Yeah.
Because those players will just play over there, right?
Guys get hurt? No. Hey,
Yeah, then you have
come on
players
up.
tearing their ACLs
but-
in the practice.
No, that's not necessarily true because when is this league playing?
Spring.
Well,
They would probably
you have to have a practice squad then because you play in fall.
Yeah.
Well, I think
They'd probably line it up.
I-
If it does succeed or take off, they're going
they're going to change when they play. They'll play with the NFL guys.
There's no way. Then who's going to watch it?
Oh, nobody. That's
So who
the
watches
beginning.
the
Of it. Yeah.
How's it going to survive?
The deal
Only if it's
No, the NFL has to put money in.
it's just
That's
fun, it
all
has to be funded by the NFL,
Yeah,
right?
That's right.
Like remember when the Big Baller League was coming out and they were gonna take high school kids, whatever.
Baller League?
Bro, I wanted to succeed so bad. I wanted those college kids to get paid and go play and then get drafted.
Yeah, I lost respect for that guy, man.
I
He let LeBron shut him up.
I never had respect for him.
He
But-
let LeBron and Magic Johnson
Yeah.
neuter that guy.
Well, they probably just paid him.
Exactly. They let him neuter him.
Well,
So sad, man.
we're also gonna make his money.
So sad.
All those things he was doing wasn't making money.
Because I guarantee you, his kid gets traded, that guy's going to be right back on airwaves.
Oh,
talking
absolutely.
it up.
In Memphis.
Dude, he said my kid's not gonna play in Phoenix or not gonna play in New Orleans.
Robert Kraft, you guys want to touch on that a little bit?
Tuggate?
He's gonna get out of this.
I never heard that one before.
He's gonna get out of it.
He's not going to get, he's not going to get,
Well,
he's
get
not,
out of what, man?
he's not going to see anything.
Nothing's going to happen to him.
My only thing is, and this is the media sucking up to yet another person they like. Oh, how would he know about the sex trafficking? Oh, he's just innocently going in there looking for a prostitute.
Innocent.
He's just going for a prostitute.
Going all the way to Jupiter, Florida.
I'm like, why can't
Twice.
Robert Kraft have
More
a
than
handy
once.
on the
in
side?
2 different Bentleys.
With like 30 other dudes.
And he flew to the AFC Championship game
Yeah,
directly
like
from
what?
the rub.
He had to go get tugged so bad.
That he took a jet.
And then, like, I don't...
takes a jet.
My whole thing is, and again, the media is never going to ask these questions.
No, because
Why is he going all the way to Jupiter, Florida? Maybe because they have exactly what he wants on the menu.
Yeah.
Listen.
Oh, totally.
when he walked into that place, he knew exactly what we was walking into.
Oh, yeah.
That
It's
thing-
on camera.
That has been a system.
I'm not talking about the sex. I'm not just talking about sex.
I don't think he owns the place.
No. I'm not talking about that. I'm talking about, the illegal, maybe, this is me speculating, underage type people.
It's not underage.
That's gross, man.
No, I'm honestly believe he went there. Why is he going all the way there? Because they have exactly what he wants.
Oh, and he
Something he
thought it
can't
was-
have for some high
no,
price.
he thought he was discreet, and all the rich guys go there.
Discreet.
Hang
Hang on, wait. He's a billionaire. You know
Yeah.
what discreet is? Have someone high price come up to one of your penthouses.
No,
That's discreet.
He probably has a wife or something. I don't know what he has.
No, that's a girlfriend. His wife died 3 years ago.
Yeah, but like, why do you think it's not like just him? A bunch of rich folk go and they fly there, and they go and they fly there to that exact place because they were promised whatever, and they got it there for a long time.
Yeah. He's a billionaire, dude.
I know.
He can have that. I think. No, whatever. He's never gonna get charged. But he's just gonna get a slap on
Even
the
if he
wrist.
gets-
Apparently he got charged.
He got
Apparently
charged.
he's going to
Sorry, he's not going to jail.
but
He's not
it's
going to
not
say
gonna,
anything.
He pleaded guilty by email, and I think they're going for an arbitration.
By email.
He didn't have to show up in court.
No.
Nothing's gonna happen to him. Yeah. Nothing's gonna happen to him.
So-
But I'm just saying, the fact that he's completely innocent. There's no way he knew about sex trafficking.
He
Why
He
would
took part in the sex trafficking.
I don't know if he took part in sex trafficking, but he knew what was going on.
Yeah, I don't think he owned anything though. But like he's among 20.
No, he knows what's going on.
He's among 25 people. It's not just him.
I heard it's more than that.
They know about. I'm just reading it right here.
Oh, okay.
It's part of something that they've been doing for a long time. And if they dig deeper, they'll find out a lot more people that also go to the same place. This is the problem they're about to have right now. They have to keep that under wraps so everyone
what
doesn't
under
get
wraps?
whatever this is going on here. Because this they're not shutting this place down.
They did shut it down.
He's going back there.
They did shut it down.
He'll be like, we flew to like some other location where he just goes and does it again. They're billionaires. It's different for them. The fact that he got charged right now, he's probably upset. He's probably appalled that they actually like
He probably
filed
is.
a charge.
How
against
dare
him.
you charge me?
Yeah, I guarantee. Yeah, and he's like, listen, next time I fly, I'm gonna go to Tahiti. Next time, I'm not coming to wherever ever again. I'm done with Jupiter, Florida.
Just the fawning over Robert Kraft saying, "Oh, how could he?" Like he knew what was going on.
Oh,
He knew what was going on.
Yeah, they like to say no, but like, look at him. He's 77.
He's hanging out with Meek Mills. How can he know?
77. Still busting a nut.
Right? Back-to-back days, you know. He flew the 19th and the 20th. So, like, he flew home, was like, I didn't get enough this day. And got back.
Or he was like,
in
man, that
his
was
jet.
really good service.
Yeah, and I went back over there again. On Sunday afternoon when his team's playing in the AFC Championship game.
2 different Bentleys.
Yeah.
He flew there, came back, got in one Bentley, came back, got in another Bentley.
Just busting out dusty loads on these poor girls.
Could you imagine? You're walking in that strip mall, going to the corner store. Whose Bentley's?
Yeah.
Wait, what?
Was that? What was the name of the place again?
I don't know.
Oasis, something Oasis.
Oh, right.
See, how many Oasis do you guys know about?
Yeah.
First degree misdemeanor.
Yeah.
A $5,000 civil
Yeah.
penalty.
Misdemeanor was the name of the prostitute.
And 100 hours of community service. He can do up to a year in jail, though. He won't do a year.
He
in jail.
won't. Yeah,
The serious part about
Almost a
this,
year in jail
the
time.
serious part about this is there was, people human trafficking going on in that, and that's obviously evil and bad and all that kind of stuff.
Now, when they say like prostitution is one thing, human trafficking is another thing.
Yes, totally different things.
If they were like stealing girls from overseas and bringing them over there, he might get in trouble.
Yeah.
If it's prostitution, because
No, he's not gonna get in trouble because everyone's like he didn't know about it, and there's no way you can prove that he knew about
Yeah.
it. So
Right.
whatever, that's fine.
Unless he's on the receipts.
Yeah. There's no way you can prove
But
that
there's
he
no
knew
way,
anything.
yeah.
There's no way you can prove that he knew. But he flew down all the way down to Florida for something.
he's guilty. I probably shouldn't say that he's guilty like that, but like he did it. Like, come on,
Guilty of what? What are you saying? Guilty of what?
he's guilty of
Nothing.
the prostitution.
Oh yeah, he's guilty of that.
Pay
I'm
for
not.
the
No
service.
one's debating that.
Right.
Yeah. He
So-
went down there.
So soliciting and prostitution, yes, he did that. Now,
Whether he knew what was going on there, that's what I'm questioning. Anyway,
Well,
we're
I mean,
done.
We're
with
going
this.
in circles.
Yeah,
here.
we're done with this.
We
Now.
don't need to talk about this anymore.
Yeah. We're done with this. Anyway, tell the people where they can find us.
That-
Smythe.
that's where I like it. You can find the Team Podcast everywhere that you get your podcast. So Spotify, Google Podcasts, Apple Podcasts, and wherever you get yours. Also on our favorite social media sites, Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, and my personal favorite, Tumblr.
Is DeFeo getting any sleep there, was?
I don't know, man. Listen to the Horseplay podcast to find out. We going through all of it last episode.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So,
That's why I asked.
yeah, tune into the latest Horseplay podcast. You can find me on Instagram _ or at Veepin52, or check out the Horseplay podcast on Instagram, Horseplay _ podcast, or search for us on iTunes, just Horseplay podcast. I'm really tired. Sorry, guys.
And of course, you can find all this podcast goodness, parkdaily.com. Parkdaily.com. You can stream all this Horseplay podcast.
Did you get my article up there yet?
Yeah, you can also find Wall's article.
Oh, really?
Those articles
How have we
up
not
there.
talked about this yet?
Oh, that's what I was always waiting just to say that we
why don't you
launched
plug
it,
it?
and another one's coming up this week, and it's actually really good.
Another one?
Yeah.
You wrote one? Look, see? All you needed was
All I
the
needed,
catalyst.
yeah, all I need is a little inspiration, buddy.
All right, parkdaily.com. You can see those guys' articles. Helps us out. And guys, rate us and review us on iTunes and Spotify. That helps. Subscribe, unsubscribe. I heard that helps. I don't know. Why don't you do it and try it? Why don't you do it and find out if it helps? I don't know.
Wells is already packing up. That's how late it is right now.
It is 1 o'clock in the morning.
His mic is down and he's packing up.
It is 1 o'clock in the morning. Anyway, hit him with that theme song.
Nash, Wells, and Smythe host the Team Podcast. We love sports just like you.